Hello everybody and welcome to another day of Gloomhaven. Today we'll be tackling scenario number 3, continuing in our Diviner campaign and thus playing with Diviner, Cragheart, and Mindthief. Alright, this should be pretty exciting as... How's the heat wave going? Today much better. Today it's like high of 23 degrees. Last night it got down to 10, slept like a baby, felt great. Felt great waking up this morning. Still a little bit tired because of the cumulative fatigue from all the previous days, because the previous night was actually the worst night. I got like 3 hours of sleep. But yeah, the today is much cooler. Tomorrow it's getting a little bit warmer again. Then after that it's supposed to be much cooler for the rest of this week and then next week. Keeping our fingers crossed. It's actually supposed to rain all of next week basically, which I would 100% welcome. Anywho, this should be a fun scenario to do at +3 difficulty simply because this is like one of the hardest early scenarios, I would say by a reasonable margin. So after our close win on an like average difficulty scenario, going up to a hard scenario, but at the same time we got enhancements now, and we got one more character to level 3, so it's kind of like 50-50. I mean, we're going to be stronger now, the scenario is going to be more difficult, should be interesting. Should be interesting. I didn't have a chance to take a look at it, no. But I heard that it looked better than expected. My expectations were extremely low. I heard that in general, people who went in with low expectations were pleasantly surprised. Is that the case? Did you take a look at it? Looks pretty good. The gameplay is very vanilla. That's good if the gameplay is vanilla. That's kind of what we all wanted, right? I guess the biggest concern, I mean, like, the biggest concern is how long it's actually going to take until until it's actually Gloomhaven, you know? Feels like OG Gloomhaven. That's great. That's exactly what I think everyone wanted it to be. So that definitely sounds promising. My I don't know. My biggest, I don't know if we'll call it concern, gripe, criticism, whatever. I mean, would just be the fact that they're doing like the whole early access thing and like the way it's kind of being released, we'll say, feels to me like more of a money grab. I mean, not in the sense that I don't think they're going to try to complete the game. I think they probably will, but it just seems like they're trying to cash in on the hype of Gloomhaven as much as possible while they can by releasing like the very minimum playable. I mean, again, it's going to be what, 4 classes and only essentially what are effectively random dungeons, just so that people will buy in now. Like the whole, like, I mean, early access is generally kind of like this, and I mean, I think it's just the same instance here. Like, the claim is that, yeah, you help us with development, but there doesn't really need to be much help with development. They know what everyone wants here and what everyone doesn't want. They tried to, I think, get away with doing stuff that people don't want, and then they kind of backtracked on that. These go like this, actually. So anyway, we'll see. I mean, I remain skeptical of everything early access these days. I think that's just a safe way to approach things as a PC gamer in 2019. But yeah, I'd be super happy if the game turns out well. All right, and here we go. Got everything perfectly. Is that? No, it's on top. There we go. Beautiful. Lock all that into place. Need to grab out about 1,000,000 tiles to do the setup here. Sadly, didn't have time to do this beforehand. Let's lock all of these. I also heard the animations look pretty good, which is nice to hear because I remember in the like the initial stuff that they showed off a little bit, the animations looked really clunky. But obviously it's like very early in the development cycle, so all the NX types. So it was a little bit more reasonable, and definitely like I saw in the comments that people were saying that the animations look nice, which is also pretty important. Because I mean that's obviously one of the draws, is the fact that it looks better. Because I mean if you just want to play digital Gloomhaven, you have TTS, so it is important that that looks good. Graphics are great, nice. Good to hear. All right. So what all do we need here? Mountains of stuff. It's like 3 of these, which we'll never probably use. 3 thorns, 3 totems. And 2 barrels, 2 crates. Okay. So, we also need all the tiles for the center, huh? How many of those are actually occupied by obstacles? Only 1, so I do need for the rest, huh? Let's just do it for all of them then. All right. All right, the totems are all here. All right, and the thorns. Okay. I think that's everything for this room. Everything else should be for the other rooms. I'm just going to finish my coffee. Or almost finish my coffee. Okay. So now we need to set up the monsters. So the special rules are until door 1 is opened, which is this door. We're never opening this door, so this doesn't really matter. I'm not going to place the thing. 1 normal NX guard spawns at the end of every odd round for 2 characters, or the beginning of every round for 3 or 4 characters. So there will be a guard spawning here at the beginning of every round. All right. So for the 3-player setup, we have 4 guards in the front. It's a shame that we won't be opening that door back there, but it's kind of the reality of the situation. How much health do these have? 12. And they retaliate for just 1? Okay. All right. Beyond that, we have 1 regular archer. No, sorry, we're 3-player, yeah. We have 2 regular archers and 1 elite shaman in the back. Okay. Oops. And so the shaman has 16 health and the archers have 10 health. All right. So you go there, you go there, and there. All right, and that's the setup. Let's grab our characters. We can start on any of these 5 hexes here. Just quickly finish my coffee this time. Oh, still not quite. And take a look at the cards that we are bringing or not bringing. No one leveled up after the last. No, the Cragheart did level up after the last scenario. No, I think we had. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, because we get blunt force. All right. So let's see. So the Cragheart's probably making some change. I think the Mindthief's still not making any changes. Well, we have some cards now that can have some consideration, but I don't really think so. I mean, the only one would maybe be Gnawing Horde. We're not actually going to need that much movement here. So yeah, honestly, I think we're fine. Fine on that. So definitely no changes there. Diviner, it's kind of same story. Otherworldly Journey is always the consideration. But again, I kind of want just all my cards. Not really anything I think I can get rid of. I mean, I could get rid of this. It's just an initiative card, but the initiative does matter, I think. Similarly, I don't care too much about my the amount of movement that I have. We're not going to be moving much in this scenario. Trying to think. But being able to move enemies around can be really useful, actually. Like this top could actually be really good here. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. And good afternoon, Nevsky. Okay, back. No, I think we're probably not bringing this. Anyway, we still need to do I mean, we probably want to do a bit of shopping. So 69 gold. What are we doing for enhancements on this class? I guess but it defeats the purpose if we do that. And this is still a lot more gold. Why don't we just go ahead and buy the Boots of Speed? I mean, we're not going to get Boots of Striding anytime soon. And, wait, hold on. Do we have the discount now? We do not. All right, so let's do our city event first, actually. So we'll do our city event, then we'll do some shopping, then we'll do our road event, and be on our way. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not great. Is what it is, though. So we lose 5 collective gold. We'll lose that gold from the Mindthief, since the Mindthief at this point is already fully enhanced. I mean, we're at Prosperity 2, and we're going to be at Prosperity 2 still for a while. We just hit Prosperity 2. So we still got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Prosperity to go before we can even do one more enhancement. I mean, like I said, we can't always put Wound on the bottom of first edge. This isn't bad, but this isn't like the most cost-effective thing we can do, and otherwise we're stuck with no other enhancements we can do. Hello, Cauldron. So I'd rather leave the money to the Diviner or the Cragheart, so we'll just lose 5 on the Mindthief. All right, so yeah, let's just go ahead and buy those Boots of Speed. Ugh, so overpriced. It just feels bad when you have to buy these because of how expensive they are. It's like the biggest reason that anyone ever buys these is because all the Boots of Striding are taken, which is exactly the case here. Like I would 100% take Boots of Striding over those any day of the week. Even on the Diviner here. Even though the Diviner doesn't have that much of a need for Boots of Striding, just like Boots of Striding are just better to have. Like when we use this for a default action, being able to move 4 instead of move 2 and go fast is really nice. Or being able to use this as a move 4 attack 2, like whenever you need it, it's just so much better. This is so much more narrow. Like it's powerful, but it's just too narrow. It doesn't warrant the cost. With the exception of like 2 classes in the game where it's like, such an important effect. All right. So then the question is, do we want a helmet? So do we want to grab our Eagle Eye goggles now, since we're hitting a lot with Call of the Nether? Yeah, exactly. I don't know why striding is 20 and these are 30 either. Like striding is a better effect than these. Like maybe similarly powerful. I would still argue striding is a more powerful effect, but even if you argue that it's not a more powerful effect, it's still like at least an equally powerful effect, and it is much more versatile. So yeah, it's just not really close to me. Um, so like we can just buy this. Our modifier deck isn't that good yet, and we hit a lot of targets with this, so being able to use goggles with this is maybe like fine. It's gonna leave us without money to enhance for a while. But that's probably okay. Just thinking. I mean, the point is, again, we're going to be playing a Diviner for a really long time. We're not going to not buy a helm on her. That would just be silly. We might as well buy this. There's no other helms that we're going to get anytime soon that are going to be helpful for us. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and buy one of these. All right, we're down to 9. Yeah, I agree. 4 Boots of Striding. Although it just feel weird because otherwise there's not 4 of any other non-small items. Okay, so this leaves us fully kitted out except for weapons, and we're not even going to worry about that for a while. Here we are actually fully kitted. Now we can buy one more small item now since we leveled up, which we should actually really do. Um, Probably a mana potion. Helps for the Mindthief, helps the Cragheart. Healing potion wouldn't be bad either. How much do we actually need a mana potion? Like the healing on demand, -1 move from Stridings. That just feels bad though, I think. Mixed Striding is like a lot worse. Oh, you're saying that the jumping boot. I sorry, I didn't read the thing above. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I think you could solve this problem again just by having Boots of Striding maybe stay the same cost, because it's not necessarily a bad thing that people can buy them for that cost. Just make the jump boots 10 gold instead of 20 gold. Then like maybe some classes would feel better about buying them. Like everyone's happy to buy 10 gold items, you know? Since you can at some point just get them for 5, then they would at least see more use. I don't think you want to give +1 movement to the jump boots because that just kind of like makes them better boots of striding. Just recreates the same problem, sort of. So healing potion or mana potion? Healing potion or mana potion? Yeah, it should be a healing potion, I think, actually. Mana potion is a better item than healing potion, but we don't have that much of a need for it, so. At least everyone would get useful boots. Yeah, that's true to a degree. And we could buy another hand item. We actually don't have enough money with 14 gold to buy a hand item. All right, so it looks like we're good. So now we need to do our road event. Okay. Oh no! I mean, it's not bad. It's just, so each gain 3 experience, which actually levels up the Mindthief, but we can only level up in Gloomhaven, so, I mean, like, technically we could just go insta-fail the scenario. It's kind of cheesy, though. We won't do that. It would be really nice to be level 4 instead of level 3. Level 4 is nice for the Mindthief, getting Cranium Overload, having amazing movement, amazing initiative, but oh well. Oh well, well, Mindthief has that to look forward to. Shop after city event next stream. Yep. Got it. Alright, so we just need to get rid of a Cragheart card here. Keeping this, keeping this, keeping this, keeping this. This is a maybe to cut. Keeping this, keeping this. This could be a maybe to cut, but we don't actually bring that much healing, so I think we want that. Definitely keeping this. Yeah, so it's actually just Avalanche. Avalanche is not going to be super easy to use with what we're doing here, so I think it's fine to cut Avalanche at this point. Goodbye. God, I can't wait to get level 4 in the Cragheart. Cannot wait. All right. So, our strategy is always really simple when we do this scenario on high difficulty. We just need to run into one of the rooms. It's impossible to fight in the center here because these ranged enemies will just destroy us. So what is their range right now? So they have 2 movement, 3 movement, 4 range, and 3 movement, 3 range. Oof. So that reaches far. Yeah, so they make it to the door, so we got to get inside. Battle goals, good call. Thank you. Thank you, ECO. As usual. I'm using the Sleeping Lion Discord to find Gloomhaven players. Are there more Discords like this? I don't know. Sorry. Use no items or kill. Come on. Like, this is the character I care most about getting check marks with, and I'm just not going to get check marks because I draw 2 battle goals, which are literally uncompletable. I mean, kill an undamaged monster with a single attack. The minimum health on an enemy here is 10. We have absolutely, positively no way of killing an enemy with 10 health. This is a literally impossible battle goal for us. Well, all right, maybe. I guess that's not. Oh, no, yeah, we only have. No, we have push. We do have pull 2. All right. So technically, let's see. The thorns are how much damage here? So the thorns are 3 damage. So and their traps are 3 damage. No. Even nope. It's actually impossible. So even with one of these damage traps, the damage traps are 6 damage, and it's actually not even an attack or pull 2. So no, it is literally impossible for us to kill an enemy with a one-shot enemy with a diviner. So we have one battle goal which is just impossible to complete, and we have the other battle goal which is like the most punishing battle goal in the game. So such a feels bad. Like I guarantee you we're gonna have much easier choices here. This is the one we really care about because I want to experience the diviner's perks, and I just don't get it. I mean, like we're playing a +3 difficulty scenario. We can't not use items. Like yeah, sure, if we're just like playing a +0, oh okay, we can do whatever we want. Of course we don't use items, but I mean we're gonna take this one because this one's literally impossible, but it's almost certainly not getting done. Well, no, this isn't. I mean, this isn't for testing. For testing, it would be a fair justification, but here, this is just kind of dumb. I mean, maybe it just. I don't know. I feel bad in general about the idea of battle goals that are possible to draw that are just literally impossible to complete. That's maybe my biggest complaint there. All right, loot 5 or more money tokens or cause a trap to be sprung. Like both these are quite easy to do for us, although there aren't any natural traps here, so the archers would have to place. So we'll just try to loot 5 or more money tokens. It's not that easy either, because a lot of the enemies are going to spawn, but still, like, these are both very completable. Okay, and here, take only short rests, loot no money, tokens, or treasure overlay tiles. All right, well, we'll try to loot nothing, since Cragheart's looting a bunch. Okay, and we also don't care that much about money anymore on the Mindthief. Let's get into it. So, the maximum amount of movement the Diviner has is 4. Because we don't have Boots of Striding. We can do a teleport 4. So we actually have to start here so that we can get into this room because we can't finish on the door. Everyone else can move more than that pretty easily because precisely they have Boots of Striding. So Cragheart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So Cragheart needs to start specifically here or here. So something like this and this. That's true. I can't teleport through walls. So I can go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, all right, that's true. I can go to any of these spaces. But the point is, regardless. Oh, so I guess you're right. I could start here with the Diviner. That's a good call, Evsky. If we, because I have to open the door first anyway. So from here, I can actually teleport to these spaces as well. This gives me a bit more flexibility, maybe. Good call. All right, so on the Mindthief, we need to use minimum. Oh, man, it sucks we don't have our move 5. So we need to move 4. So I'd really like to get the Mind's Weakness set up here, but I actually just can't because I can't go early and use or early big movement and Mind's Weakness. So we're gonna use this as our big movement, kind of naturally, because we need to go early because we don't want to stay like out here and get destroyed by all these enemies. And immobilizing one of these isn't the worst. I mean, it doesn't do too much, but it does something. No, we're never getting the chest, which sucks because the chest is actually really good. Obviously, we'd be happy to have that chest, but it's actually impossible to get the chest and complete this scenario while playing on +3 difficulty. Like, it's just, I mean, why? While playing on +3 difficulty in an early campaign. This scenario is a very difficult scenario, and going for the chest just leads to losing the scenario, guaranteed. Like, it's possible that we can go get it during cleanup time if it goes easily enough here, but it's very unlikely. But if we try to go for it, we're never, like, we just lose. We just lose. All right. So what do we do? Well, this gives us good initiative. This actually gives us initiative, which is before the guards can move and before they can immobilize, which is at 29. So that actually works perfectly. And what do we attack with? Should be a ranged attack. It's kind of a shame to use Massive Boulder now because they're not really clumped up. But worst case scenario, we can always Endurance Potion it back, although I don't think we'll need to. We'll have other attacks that we can still do afterwards. Like, the point is, Massive Boulder here is only giving us 1 extra damage, but it's also going to give us Earth, which allows us to use Dirt Tornado plus Heaving Swing next turn, which is going to be quite good. So I think overall this just makes sense to do. Okay, so as for the Diviner, well, we have to teleport, so we have to play this card. And what else are we doing? Probably don't need to do the shielding this turn, nor the disarming. Things like that aren't necessary. We also need to go before 29, though. I guess we're far enough back. No, but the guards can still hit us. No, so then we just need to go at 30 or earlier. But I don't want to use this. I just don't really want to use any of these cards. I could just try to risk it and play this. Actually, it would have to be up there then. It seems kind of bad. Just none of my cards actually do anything here. The shield will be really useful, but it's not so necessary this turn. At most, there's 1 guard attacking here. I mean, I guess that's not true. The archers could get like plus movement. Their 29 actually does give them plus movement, plus range. So then there'd be like 1 archer, 1 guard hitting. But still, that's like not when we want to use this. This will be more valuable later on. Could we have brought a different card? That now even this, we have nothing that can give us movement 4 and let us go early. This is 3, but again, this is still the issue. This is why Boots of Striding are so important. If we have Boots of Striding here, easy. And we can use our Boots of Speed and do like 39 as 29 then, I guess. It's a good question, actually, Epsky. I'm not actually sure. I would have to check the Diviner rules quickly. Allow me to double check that. It is not considered a movability and thus can be performed while the figure is immobilized. Nope. Yep, not a movability. All right, I mean, I guess we're just attacking with this then, and we're just going to have to use our Boots of Speed if they go early. And that means we do need to be here in the end. Oh, that sucks, because then the Cragheart is forced to use Boots of Striding rather than not. All right, so that's actually worse. So what if we don't want to do that? Then we don't get to attack anything. Yes, you can teleport while mobilized. Not muted. No, okay. 43 is 33. 33 is too risky. Plus, this is going to be better afterwards. I mean, I guess, whatever. It's kind of so what if the Cragheart has to use his Boots of Striding, right? Because, like, we're gonna be just fighting from this room afterwards, so we don't care about having the Boots of Striding. Noticing that I very quickly run out of very basic scenarios for custom class testing, yeah. Alright, so this allows us still to do this. It's not super exciting, but why not? I think it's worth it. 3 attack is still 3 attack, especially on enemies who have Retaliate, when we have one ally who's mostly melee and the other ally who's like somewhat melee. Okay, shuffle everything up. Looks like we're good to go. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Nice try. All right, so let's see. Will they reach the diviner? I'm sure they will, right? So they have +1 range, so normally 3, so 4 range. So from there is 1, 2, 3. No? Okay, so let's see. So no additional movement, but do get +1 range. So 3 movement with 4 range in the archers. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No? Okay, I think they don't reach then, right? I gotta be sure of this. And the shaman is getting a disarm attack off. That's kind of annoying as well, huh? Anyway, hold on. So let's be sure here, because this is so important that we don't start doing stuff. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I mean they cannot get further than this line. And 1, 2. That doesn't work. All right, yeah, we're safe, so we don't need to use our boost of speed here. That's what we're figuring out. All right, the shaman goes first. It's pretty annoying, but at least it's not the immobilize. So the shaman has 3 movement and 4 range as well. I think it also doesn't, because yeah, from there. So let's see. So first we need to figure out the focus. So the nearest spot that the shaman can attack anyone from. Oops, why is that not locked? Is here, because that can attack the diviner. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So it's 1, 2, 3 movement to there. All right. So the shaman just barely doesn't get to attack either. So we're all good. Okay. So then the Mindthief goes. So the guards have -1 movement, so 2. So 1 will make it to the door. So is there anything to be gained by immobilizing 1 here? I mean, it's still just an attack, so we're always going to do it. The question is there a difference in which one we immobilize? Not really. Let's see. Is it better to immobilize the one that's in earlier or later order? It's better to immobilize the one that's in earlier order because there's a possibility that could. No, it doesn't. Well, that it'll move up first, and then the other one will move up, which will allow them to clump up more. Yep. So let's attack number 2 then. Oh, also, hold on. How much health do these have again? 12. All right, we're just gonna put you up there as well. When do things spawn with 3 players? It's at the beginning. Good catch, Upski. I was just thinking of that as well. All right, so we use the top of Hostile Takeover. We gain 1 experience, and we create ice, attacking guard number 2. Okay. So be it. Down to 10 and immobilized. And then we have a move 4 jump with feedback loop. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Yeah, so here we do get hit by the archers and immobilized, which would be a disaster. Oh, we do have enemies in this room as well, huh? An elite guard. Yeah, that's the annoying thing about not waiting 1 turn to go in here, is that there actually is a guard in here. Okay, we also. Oh, so the goal for this scenario is to kill 15 Inox, or 15 enemies. Well, they're only Inox. We're butchering Inox here. So let's grab our blood tracker out. Oh, so we actually wanted to immobilize the enemy in here. That was stupid. That was stupid. I forgot that there was one in here. I guess technically I'm supposed to play as if I don't know what's in this room. All while playing on +3. That's debatable. Because immobilizing him would make us safer. Alright, so he has 17 health. And he has only 1 movement. That's interesting. Oops. But I don't think that changes anything. Okay. So we have to use our boots striding, otherwise we end on the door. So we're always moving more. So we have 2 more movement with jump. We can go kind of wherever we want. We don't really want the elite hitting us. I guess she can actually push him, but it doesn't really do much because she has to go here or here. She pushes him even to here. He still has 1 to come up. She can go here and push him there, but that still doesn't change anything. I should use the immobilize on him. Kind of forgot. That was dumb. I mean, if we move to there, let's just see what else is happening. So he has move 4 plus boots as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this has 2 movement, so we kind of do want to not. Yeah, so I guess the Cragheart's going to end there. So that works, I guess. And then we can even push him to the obstacle next turn. Okay, yeah, this works. So Mindthief goes there. Okay. So then next up is the Cragheart at 28. So we're going to use the bottom of Explosive Punch for move 4 plus Boots of Striding for a total of move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, sorry. First, we're going to attack guard number 2 with the top of Massive Boulder. So we're going to make an attack 3, range 3, creating Earth that does 1 splash damage, targeting guard number 2. Yep. So 4 damage to that guard, putting him down to 6, and 1 damage to this guard, putting him down to 11. Then we do our move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, we're running into a side room because this causes the ranged enemies to not just be able to like attack us from back here while we're surrounded by guards. It allows us to use a choke point to fight the melee enemies, so most of the melee enemies don't get to attack, and most of the ranged enemies have to take a long time advancing before they get to hit us. This is just like the optimal strategy for beating this scenario. With like an average party, you just can't fight in the center of this room against challenging difficulty. Okay, so then we're done. So then the archers go. So again, 3 movement and 4 range. So yeah, it's here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here it's 2, so it doesn't go any closer. Okay. And neither of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, have enough range to the diviner as we planned. All right, so now it's the diviner's turn. We're going to use dimensional transfer, do a little teleporty. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. Again, by having no one next to the door, this guard that goes to the door isn't actually going to be able to hit anyone. And we could attack this guard here, but it's actually better to attack this elite because the amount of enemies that can attack us from like coming in through the door is limited by the amount of like how much we can choke point them, so to speak. But an enemy that's already in the room is always going to attack as long as it's alive and not CC'd. So this is actually a higher priority. On top of that, this guard has 3 retaliate, which makes him more difficult for our melee allies to kill. So it's best if we use every ranged attack we can on this guard. So we're going to attack with duality shards, creating light. Like I said, I actually, but this sucks because I can push him into the obstacle, but I really want to use heaving swing bottom. But maybe I will just be using heaving swing top. It is just like 5 guaranteed damage that also doesn't involve retaliating. But in this case, there's no real gain for pushing him, so I don't think I will use the push. I don't think there's really any reason to use it. So we'll make an attack 3 on him. Now we draw it. No one's missing any health, so that would be very useful later. Anyway, it's still 4 damage. So from 17 down to 13, and we created light. All right, so now the guards go. So they're all going to get strengthened. I'm just going to place it where it matters. Oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. All right. Well, I mean, I really don't need to even place it on him. He's never attacking. So I'm just going to move the ones in the other room first. I know this one's always getting an attack off, so here it's 2 movement. This one's immobilized. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And so this guard, the elite guard attacks the Cragheart. The strengthen is after the attack. I just already placed it. Ooh, an attack 5. Ouch. Okay. Yeah, that hurts. But we have a healing potion. And that's the end of the round. Interesting, Cauldron. Okay, so what are we up to now? I mean, we wish we had hostile takeover still, right? I guess we're just going to use this opportunity to set up Mind's Weakness, and we're going to stun one of the guards. Stun is just good here. It allows us to... I mean, the extra ice doesn't really matter. We'll use Frigid Apparition next turn, I presume. And we can either stun the elite or stun this one, depending on what our allies are going to end up doing. I really do like using Heaving Swing top. I also have a limited number of good top attacks still on the Cragheart, so taking the opportunity to use Heaving Swing top is nice. Same time, it sucks because so much it represents so much damage with Dirt Tornado. Right now, we don't really have the Dirt Tornado, and I think it's actually just reasonable to use Heaving Swing top. And as for a bottom, probably just Earthing Cloud is fine. Yeah, because we can always stun this. If they end up doing one of their 15s, we can just stun it. If they do, the only thing that would be annoying here would be if they do ranged attacks, but if they do ranged attacks, we'll also just stun it. Because we have the stun covering us, it's pretty safe. Just take this opportunity to heal ourselves for 2, because we're going to need all the health we can get. We don't really need good initiative that badly, because we have the stun for safety measures. So what do we do now? So we have light. So we could use Peer into Battle top. It's honestly not bad. Also wouldn't be the worst to do the disarm riffs. These enemies should reach us this turn. In that case, the Mindthief doesn't actually need to do stunning, huh? Because we could actually pull the elite into one of the disarm rifts. Because we can do just double rift action. God, diviner double rift action is great. Same time, we might need to move. Unfortunately, we can't teleport again, because the problem is the ranged enemies can actually hit us now. We've got our Invis Cloak, though. Like, the side of the room that we're on is not so good. Yeah, we don't actually... We have no movement left. God, Boots of Strength. What if we use this? Swapping positions with him... It doesn't quite do it, though, right? Doesn't help us that much. Just this position does kind of suck because these enemies should hit us. Will they all hit us? Let's see. So the archers have 3 movement, 3 range. I think they shouldn't. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. No, so they shouldn't hit us this turn. The shaman should. I guess that's kind of okay. The shaman has a 3 out of 7 to not even attack here. So I think that's not the end of the world. So is it disarm rifts for us then? If the guards end up not moving, the disarm rift combo just kind of sucks because we don't do anything else really that turn. I guess we kind of do. We can actually do like an immobilize attack on both of these, which is not the worst thing ever. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Worst case scenario, if they end up, if they don't move, we'll just immobilize these two. Because if they don't move, they go at 15, then we immobilize them afterwards. So what sucks about this, obviously, is we're going to just do 0 damage with Void Snare. But again, they'll still be immobilized. And then next turn, we can go really early and just run away with the Diviner. Although we can't actually run away much. God, having no Boots of Striding is actually the worst. I'm just going to keep repeating this over and over again. Every character in our party needs one of these. Maybe we should just have. I mean, I guess we should have another movement card. It just really feels like. I mean, it's funny because Marcel said we should have Boots of Speed on this class, but I think Boots of Striding are essential. I mean, we didn't bring that many movement cards, but it's also like nice to not bring movement cards because we have so many good actions that we like to have. Like I'm always happy to have this card, but I don't think it was that necessary here with like how we're fighting. Anyway, yeah, that's what I heard, Doomdrake. I'm happy to hear it. Anyway, whatever. I mean, I think this is still the combo regardless, and we'll see. This is the safest line, certainly. All right, wait, so in this case, like I said, we don't actually need to stun on the Mindthief anymore. Well, we kind of do, because what happens if they go at 15 attack? That's still only 1 out of 7. The 15 attack would be really bad, though. What else can we do here? Because we really do need to set up the Mind's weakness to make our attacks meaningful. We also don't want to attack the elite. And we can't go up and attack this one because, well, that'll get us attacked by other things that we don't want to attack us. What if we use Scurry? Scurry doesn't set up the Mind's weakness. Hmm. We also, yeah, we don't have the Mind's weakness, so no, Scurry sucks. Whatever. I guess we're just gonna do this anyway. Do we have an endurance potion? We do. Worst case scenario, we can just endurance potion back Perverse Edge. I don't think there's anything better for us to do, even knowing that we're doing the double disarm turn. This also protects us against them doing the 15 poison attack. No, not the 15 poison attack. All right, so you're not attacking. You have minus range, so you're not hitting. So no threat from either of these things, and this is also not really threatening. In the end, we're not going to need the disarm rift, so that did kind of suck, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we go up first on the Mindthief. All right, Vidicent. So this is my biggest criticism of the digital thing. Even though, like I said, I think I've heard that it looks good. You say it's understandable that they want to put out early access beforehand. This seems more like all right, is it understandable that they want to put out early access beforehand? Like, I mean, what you're saying, like it's understandable that they want to make money now so that they're releasing early access? Like, do we agree with the principle of early access here? Because to me, it seems like the entire reason for doing early access here is simply, all right, no, we don't. All right, so I just want to be clear on that. Like to me, it seems like them doing early access is purely a financial decision. Yes, exactly. I mean, all right, I agree, but we as consumers or gamers or whatever don't necessarily have to agree with business decisions made by corporations that are in their best business interest. Like, yeah, so I understand why they do it, but yeah. All right. So we have two options here. We can either use Perverse Edge as a default bottom move and then attack with a Mind's Weakness. Which gives us more damage and lets us keep Perverse Edge, or we can use Perverse Edge to attack and set up the Mind's Weakness, which prevents this from gaining shield. So how much damage actually does this deal? So let's see. If we go here, we're not getting hit by anything, right? Because none of the guards are moving, so it won't actually matter. Archers shouldn't reach us, I think. They have -1 range, so 3 movement, 2 range. So 1, 2... No. So the archers don't hit us. Where's the shaman going? The shaman, well, so the shaman's not attacking, so it's not particularly a threat here. I guess it can be theoretically a threat in the future. So the shaman has 3 movement. So the shaman is going 1, 2, 3 to here between these two guards, but not attacking. So if we go here and we attack with Mind's Weakness, we'll do attack 3 effectively, and we'll take 1 damage from the retaliate. And if we stun this, after there's going to be 1 attack from the diviner and 1 attack from the Cragheart. So technically that also does 3 damage. And we don't take any damage. So whether we move an attack or whether we don't move and use Perverse Edge, we do the same amount of effective damage. The retaliate that this thing gets doesn't matter because no one's doing a melee attack on it. So we do the same amount of effective damage, but in one instance we keep Perverse Edge and the other we don't. But when we keep Perverse Edge, we also take 1 damage. But we also put ourselves here, which is interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, we can go in Viz, so it's probably good. Yeah, I agree with. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'll let you all discuss that. I think keeping Perverse Edge is valuable enough, and being in a better position since we do have the bottom invis, which can help a lot here. I think that's more interesting to me um, than like not taking 1 damage, basically. So let's use the bottom Perverse Edge as a default move. We're gonna move to here. we're going to use an endurance potion charge because we definitely want to get Perverse Edge back because it's so good. Even though this isn't giving us an extra turn here, it's giving us an extra Perverse Edge essentially, which is effectively our best card. So this returns to our hand. Oh yeah, Doomdrake. Let's be clear. My criticism of releasing the game in early access isn't a criticism of the fact that it might. But all right. So my point is, I understand that it could take them a while to make the game, but early access doesn't accomplish anything because you just said it yourself. We know, they know, everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to do for this game. Like theoretically, the idea behind the proposed idea behind early access is community feedback helps make a game better by letting the designers or developers figure out what the community wants and react to community suggestions. Here, there's no need for that. Like everyone involved in this knows exactly what they're supposed to do and what's wanted, right? So in this case, early access doesn't serve any purpose except to allow them to release the game in a to a minimal degree of being finished sooner in order to get more sales while Gloomhaven is like more like timely or popular. You understand? So I'm not arguing that it's an issue that it's going to take them a while. They can take as long as they would like. I just support the traditional like business model for video games, like release a game when it's done. Or if you're doing something which is like original and requires a lot of input, then sure, early access can be interesting. Things like FTL and Darkest Dungeon were a lot different than things that came before them and ended up benefiting a lot from early access. Here you're just porting a game which already exists. I would say the concept is completely different. I'm not necessarily entirely opposed to the concept of early access, but I just don't think this is in a situation where early access is necessary for anything other than a financial perspective. All right, we gain 1 experience. We attack with Mind's Weakness, targeting guard number 4. So we make an attack 3. 4, and we take 1 retaliate. Down to 7. And Mind's Weakness is active. The guards go, their strengthens did nothing, and they all have 1 shield and 2 additional retaliate. Now the diviner goes, so we're going to use... No... Oh, yeah, no strength and attack? Yeah. Well, like I said, it was actually impossible for them to attack us this round. Yeah, because even if they had done the 15 where they attacked, we were going to be able to stun with Perverse Edge, which we had played. And if they went after 15, we have the double disarm rift in the doorway, so they never would have been attacking with strength in anyway. That's why we played this. In the end, now our turn's a little bit less impressive, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to use the bottom of Void Snare. We gain 1 experience. We're going to do an attack 1, range 3, target to immobilize, targeting the 2 guards that we can attack, so 4 and 6. Is it better to just move? Moving doesn't get us anywhere, though. No, it's not. It is not better. All right, we'll do the elite first. No damage, 1 damage, because they have 1 shield here. So we just get 1 here, putting this down to 6, and we immobilize both of them. Okay, then the shaman goes, has 3 movement, and heals the target with the most missing health. In this case, it's ambiguous, so we actually get to choose. I guess we would have rather this one get healed, maybe. It's not doing anything the next round, whereas this one might. It also doesn't really change much which one gets healed. It's a heal for 3. I mean, this is the one we care most about killing. Mindthief is going to attack here. I guess this having 6 health is interesting because we don't have ice though, so we're not going to be attacking with our giant attack. It really doesn't change much, one way or another. Sure, let's just have it heal the back one though. Okay, so that goes up 3. Then the archers go, so they have 3 movement, but only 2 range. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Let's see, does this get any closer? No, its focus is there. Oh, no, precisely. Okay, and then it's the Cragheart's turn. So we're going to use the top of Heaving Swing, making an attack 3, push 1. We will be hitting the elite. We will be using the push. Okay, so our attack 3 is 4, plus we're going to push him into the obstacle. He's going to take 2, so we do 6 total. But he has 1 shield, so 5 total in the end. Putting him down to 8. He goes here, obstacle's destroyed. And because we pushed into an obstacle, we gain 1 experience. Then we're going to use the bottom of Earth and Clod to heal ourselves for 2. Not bad. All right. That's the end of the round. So the Mindthief's turn is always really simple here. We're in the doorway specifically to go invisible, so we're going to go invisible and make a top attack. We don't have ice, so we can kind of attack with anything. They're all just attack 4s. If you're simply pushing, does it do much? We're not on the right side to push into the thorns, so I think I'd rather hold off on the push. This thing is already immobilized. I guess the advantage of pushing is specifically if they do the ranged attack, right? They're 1 out of 8 to do the ranged attack because he's immobilized, but if he does a ranged attack, he would hit someone else since we're going to be invisible. There's also the argument of just using Perverse Edge and defaulting. I think it's actually the safest thing to do. Yeah, I think this is actually, I mean, this is kind of uninspiring, but all right. So there's a reason for this. So we have an extra card in our hand right now anyway, so we can actually just use Perverse Edge as a default top. Early access always comes with risks. Is the unfinished game I'm buying now going to be worth it or even good once it's out? Here we know exactly what we're getting. This is a big plus in my book in this situation. All right, so because if we Endurance Potion Perverse Edge back here, we actually do end up gaining a turn since we already used the Endurance Potion on Perverse Edge once. So, like, it benefits us to do this. Sorry, just reading chat. No matter what we do, it's an attack 4 with the exception of Perverse Frigid Apparition, which would be an attack 5, but I'd rather use that after we've created the Ice with Perverse Edge. We're always going to play the bottom Perverse Edge at some point, so we're just going to use this as default and Endurance Potion it back. The biggest reason for going at 8 initiative is so, like I said, if we use the push, we do play around the guards flipping their ranged attacks, but their ranged attack are 1 out of 8. However, the Shaman have 2 cards that go at a precisely 8 initiative, which one is an Immobilize. That's not too big of a deal. One is a disarm. That's a very big deal. And they've also got the curse, which is at 9. So if we were to do like this, we would have 14 initiative. So there would be 3 cards the shamans could flip, which would actually be quite bad for the Mindthief here, because we wouldn't go invisible before the shaman would go. So it actually just makes sense to use this, because here we play around 3 cards, rather than here we play around 1 card if we try to do the push. So again, this doesn't cost us anything, because we get to endurance it back, and protects us against 3 out of 8 on the shaman. The diviner's good. So what are we doing here? We don't have Earth. We can create Earth pretty easily at some point here. Yeah, there's a lot of text. Although it becomes very easy after a while. Like, this is just like, look at the top 2 or the top 4. It's a lot of text when you first read it, but I don't even like consider what's on the text here. This one a little bit more. This card is a lot of text to say move to with 8 initiative, so, you know, it kind of varies. Cragheart actually doesn't have a great turn here, huh? So this is immobilized, so we actually want... The annoying thing is the Diviner needs to get away from that, but the Diviner can't get away from that. We don't have our push. We can go invisible. Oh, that sucks. I think we're gonna have to use our mana potion here. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I'll explain why in a second. So basically we have nothing but a move 2 here. We can do this like nonsense swappy thing, but we definitely don't want that. Otherwise we, again, just have move 2s because we have no boots of striding. So with a move 2, we can never actually get away from this elite guard here who's immobilized, and this is obviously really important to move away from it. Items alert. Oh, that we want to not use items? Oh, we're definitely using items. Like I said, I'm accepting the fact that I'm not getting this. This is just a stupid battle goal. Like, not a stupid battle goal, but I don't know. This is a battle goal that encourages you to play on difficulties other than what is challenging, because this is like by far the most punishing battle goal. So I still consider it a little bit stupid. So I've just accepted. Like, I'm trying to beat this scenario on +3. This is a very challenging thing to do. I'd rather, like, I don't care at all about the fact that I'm not going to get my battle goal on the diviner, even though I'd really like to get it. So basically, like, in order for us to move away, we need the guard to move. That's pretty much the only solution here. And the Mindthief's not going to help us. So the Cragheart has to be the one to help us, which is not so easy. We've only got this push on Crater, and this requires Earth, which means basically we need to create Earth. Probably want to create Earth twice. What happens if they go at 15 and they attack? Again, this is so we're now and the ranged attack is still bad for us. There are a lot of things that can be bad for us here, but it doesn't appear to me that we have a ton of choice in the matter. And I think we can only play around what we can play around. So we want to create Earth on the Cragheart with this because we want Earth for the following turn as well, since we want to use Dirt Tornado, because look at this clump of enemies outside, right? Dirt Tornado is definitely our best attack to use next turn. So creating Earth with this is going to end up doing 1 damage to the Mindthief, but the Mindthief going from 7 to 6 is actually perfectly fine because we still have Empathetic Assault anyway. And so we need the Diviner to go before the Cragheart. The Cragheart's going at 29, so that's pretty easy. Oh, hold on, wait. We should have this card. We actually have options. Like I said, we defaulted the top of this to get it back last turn. We just forgot to explain that part because we used the bottom and then we just got distracted by the other part. I was thinking, wait, shouldn't we have our push? So hold on, this gives us different options. We can actually pull the guard away using the bottom of this. Problem is we're still not in a great spot if we do this because the ranged enemies are all going to hit us. So we still probably need to move. But we can actually use this either way, maybe? What are we using for a top then? I mean, we want to use this kind of as a given. No, I guess it doesn't matter in the end. We actually need to do this. The problem is we could get immobilized by the shaman. If we're going to try to play around the shaman's 8 initiatives with the Mindthief, we also need to play around the 8 initiatives with the so use item. I've already used an item for the battle goal. I used the endurance potion last turn. I'm never not using items in this scenario. While playing a +3 scenario and in the early campaign, it's just impossible. Yeah. Yeah, this just doesn't work. It's just too risky. It's too possible the shaman disarms us or immobilizes us or something. Here, we're just going to play this, go early. Cragheart's going to push this away. We're going to move to there and hit some things in here. I don't know. We're going to figure out. We'll see what happens. By going as early as possible, it still just gives us more flexibility to adapt to what the enemies are going to do. All right. Well, in the end, we got pretty fortunate. None of them are doing the really disgusting stuff. So we're first up on the Diviner? No, on the Mindthief. So we're going to use the top of Purus Edge. We're going to use an Endurance Potion since we're using it for a default attack. We're going to make an attack 4, targeting guard number 4. Yep. So this puts it down to 2, and we take 1 damage. I guess we are actually going to be missing 1 health now with Empathetic Assault. And then we're going to use the bottom of Into the Night to go invisible. Okay. So then it's the Diviner's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Clairvoyance as a default move too. It's going to put us here, which is going to get us attacked a lot. I guess we actually have to... So we actually are going to need to Invis Cloak anyway. Because the problem is the archers. They have 3 range. If we go to here, I think they're all hitting us, right? So the shaman is hitting us. I mean, the Cragheart's going to go to here. Yeah, so the shaman's hitting us. Shaman hits for 4? Jeez. The archers are hitting for 3, and at least one of them is hitting us. Yeah. So we actually do need to go invisible. Ugh, that's annoying that we have to use this already. It's pretty costly. But I guess ours is in general not so good, so in the end we didn't need to mess around with all this stuff. I guess we don't need to use our mana potion now. There's not really much to be gained by doing that. Since we're just going to move here, because we don't actually need to push this to the end, just attacking it with Crater is fine. And that actually allows us to go here until... Oh no, we don't want to do that, because it'll be... I guess we could have gone late now. Oh well. I mean, we didn't know. We needed to be flexible for a variety of different things, I think. Yeah. All right, so we are going to move there with the bottom of Clairvoyance as default move 2, and then we're going to use the top of Call of the Nether, creating Dark, and using our Eagle Eye Goggles to do an attack 1 range 3 curse. So we're going to go 1, 2 like this, and expand it like this. So we're hitting 3 targets. The Shaman and the 2 Archers, which are actually the most important targets to hit. Although unfortunately this isn't really dealing damage, but so be it. Okay, so these are all advantaged. So we'll do 1, 3, 5 in that order. Okay, so 1 damage, 1 damage, 2 damage. All right, well, it did 4 damage in the end. That's actually fine. Our deck is getting better. And most significantly, we give them 2 curses. 3 curses. Okay, and then we pop our Invis Cloak. For some reason, this doesn't track positive conditions. Okay, so then it's the Cragheart's turn. So we're going to use the top of Crater as an attack 3, range 3. We're going to hit the Elite Guard. Ooh, that's good. That is good. Ugh. If only he had 1 less health, we could actually kill him with Rumbling Advance, which would be perfect. We can't move next to him here because we would just take a bunch of damage from his attack. All right, and then we use the bottom of Rumbling Advance. I guess we can just move back to here. The Shaman has 4 range, though, so we'd actually need to move back to here. But that's actually okay, because next turn, when we use, like, we don't have Heaving Swing anymore anyway, so when we use Dirt Tornado, we're going to have to move up to use it. So moving away is actually fine, because then if we go to here, we do 1, 2, and expand. Yeah, this works. Okay. So we'll actually move all the way back to there. That way we don't hurt our allies and we don't get attacked. Use with Rumbling Advance, creating Earth. Into the corner, Cragheart. All right. So the guards go. These lose their immobilizes. This one doesn't move up at all because there's nowhere to find focus. The archers go. They can't find focus. Shaman goes, can't find focus. Because the archers have 3 range. Even from the door, actually, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 range, but that spot's taken, so none of them can move anywhere that actually allows them to attack something. Because of our invisible. Okay, and so that's that. Oops, we should have this back. So our endurance potion's already completely used there. We have 1 charge left here. Okay. So we have dark and light. Let's see. Well, is it Dirt Tornado this turn? Ugh, no. This is so frustrating though, right? Because actually we really want to kill this too. This has 2 health left and actually gets to attack us. And our allies who are in the front actually want to go late. Ugh. This is brutal. This is brutal. Let's have a sip. I mean, because the Mindthief and the Diviner always need to go late here. This is just a given. It sucks because I want to use this bottom much more than I want to use this bottom. But at the same time, I have dark right now, so this top is actually significantly better than this top. So I think I need to use Intricacy's top here. I mean, none of these other cards actually really do anything here. I don't need to give shield because we're just creating an invisible for this round as well by going late. Peer into battle still does something. Like, it's going to effectively be like heal 2 on the Mindthief and maybe heal 3 on the Cragheart, so I think it's okay. Like, it's not bad to do this. Now we just have this awkward question for what to do on the Cragheart. Because this guard's going to come hit us, which is really annoying. But I guess we're going to have a regen, so maybe it's okay. We certainly want to go late on the Cragheart because I think we did shuffle off this after putting the curses in because we want to move up and attack, but we don't want them to attack us. So going at the 82 initiative makes sense. So which bottom we play doesn't really matter. Even the retaliate doesn't matter because again that guard will always go before our 82. Would having more movement be better? Would we potentially ever want to move 3 here? 1, 2, no. 2 and 3 never changes anything. Well, I guess if this guard dies, but that's just not happening, then we could go here. Now, it still doesn't really change anything. No, we're always moving 2. The guard's always going here to attack us, so it doesn't change anything. Guard can't immobilize, and we've got a 2 out of 7 chance the guard does nothing by doing his non-move attacks. So it's not bad. There's no reason to use this, and I think we probably will set up this top on our next turn so that we can then start doing some backup ammo massive boulders, simply because like we're already in the fight of our lives, so to speak, in this scenario, and it's going to be like this for a while, so using this loss is not too costly. It sucks to use it, I guess, on our 11, because we go from 11 to 9, which costs us an extra turn. So what else do I actually want? If I'm presumably going to use this top next, then I guess this bottle gives experience. So I mean, I should keep these. I guess I can just use this here. We can always endurance potion this back here for an extra turn anyway. We'll see. This works though. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got a little unfortunate him actually moving, but this is okay. So the shaman goes, but has no range to hit anyone. The guards go, so there's only the elite, which comes here. They're all going to be strengthened though, so I'll give it to all of them. Or all of the ones of them that could actually matter in the coming turn. Hey Gripe, have you checked out the digital version they are previewing? I haven't actually had the chance to check it out, but I've heard pretty good things. Okay, so the elite is going to attack the Cragheart for an attack 5. Curse? It's always a scary thing to see, but we do have a helmet, intelligently enough. So we're down to 6. Alright, that regen hopefully is going to do a lot on the Cragheart. The archers go, they have no one they can hit, so then we're up. So, the old Mindthief first. Who do we want to stun? So we're always using our top attack, I guess, on this. So we should actually just do that first. So we're going to use the top of Silent Scream as a default attack 4. We're certainly not switching augments because, let's be honest. So we're just going to make an attack 4, targeting guard number 4 here with our top. So here, the only possible thing it doesn't kill is a miss. All right, that works. So that's our first kill. This was not summoned. No, the only one that's summoned is that one back there, or spawned. Okay. So then we have the bottom of Reverse Edge, which we're always using, gaining 1 experience, creating ice. We could stun this one, but I guess like the Cragheart can just punch it or something next turn. What makes the most sense is probably just to stun the Shaman. The Shaman is just the most threatening enemy. It can do a lot of really dangerous things early on. It can also just be healing. I mean, it's still got its Disarm and its Immobilize, which are both pretty scary. I think it's scarier than the Archers, certainly. So yeah, let's attack the Shaman with the bottom of Perf's Edge. So attack 1, range 3, stun. Yep. So do 1 damage to it, putting it down to 14, and stunning it. Okay. So then next up is the Cragheart. So the Cragheart is going to use the bottom of Nature's Lift. This is a little bit annoying. We're actually only going to get hit 3 now since this died, but I mean, it's still good to hit 3. So we're going to do a default move 2 at the bottom of Nature's Lift. So the question is, do we actually want an extra turn here with an Endurance Potion? Because we have an odd hand size. I'm not so sure that we actually do. Like, our extra turn on top would just be playing Nature's Lift, which isn't even great here. The Mindthief's going to be back to full health, essentially. So we would really just be healing ourselves with Nature's Lift. So we'd essentially be gaining an extra turn, but using that extra turn only to do a heal 2 on ourselves, which is just not appealing. I think I'd rather, like, we're already taking kind of 1 turn off to set up backup ammo, so I'd rather not take additional turns off. I'd rather just get into casting my Massive Boulders as soon as possible. So we're not going to Endurance Potion this. We're going to use Dirt Tornado. We're going to consume the Earth, gaining 1 experience, and we're going to make 1, 2, and expand. If we had 1 more range, it wouldn't really change anything, huh? Because we don't have line of sight to this, and these are too far. So actually, yeah, it doesn't really matter. All right, we'll do 1, 2, 3 in that order. So these are all attack 2 models. Okay, so 2 damage, 3 damage, and 2 damage. Okay, okay, and okay. Not bad. Actually, well, who knows? Why not? We already placed it anyway. So we're done. So then next up is the Diviner. So we're going to use the bottom of Peer into Battle, creating light, doing heal 1, regenerate effect all allies. So up 1 there, up 1 there. We actually should have gone at 79 rather than 82. This was stupid because then the Cragheart would have benefited from the regen this turn. We would have basically effectively gotten 1 more health on the Cragheart here if we'd done that intelligently. Wasn't completely paying attention to that. That is my bad. Every little bit could matter. All right, so they both get regens, and then we use the top of Anticipate Intricacies, consuming the dark, gaining 1 experience. So we get to reveal the top 4 of a deck and put 2 on bottom, 2 on top. We're definitely doing this for the Cragheart because the Cragheart's going to be the one attacking. Oh no, but crap. We do have new information. Crap. Regen gives 1 health per turn until that target suffers damage, in which case they lose regen. It's basically like opposite wound, and it's broken by taking damage. Crap. Because we actually want the Cragheart to just punch this. So is it going to be us who punches it? I guess it has to be us who punches it. Crap. This sucks. Because we actually should have endurance potion this back, because then next turn the Cragheart can actually just punch that elite, because we need to punch the elite, and then the following turn we can do backup, because someone has to punch the elite. But I guess it's just going to be the Diviner who punches the elite. That's not too bad, although Protective Aura is also really good, because it can't be the Mindthief to go back there. Can it? Maybe it can? Hmm. Yeah, Forgotten Circles adds regen as an enhancement. It's actually it's a lot less effective than you think. Like I think everyone their first time they saw it, they were like, "Oh, this is pretty good." But the problem is, I mean, all right, it's not a bad ability. I think it's an interesting addition to the game. The enemies, I mean, the yeah, exactly. It's exactly what Isia said. It's best on people who don't take damage. So typically, anyone who's missing a lot of health isn't going to go long without taking damage again. So it just doesn't do much in those situations. It's best between rooms where it can still be okay, like if you have a lot of downtime, or if you have like multiple tanky characters who can kind of like alternate taking damage. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know why I'm not actually thinking about that. Thanks, Fifth Guy. You're absolutely right. We could just do that. Thank you for stopping us from derping. So it wouldn't have changed anything if we endurance potion there, because we can just endurance potion this coming turn. I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna blame the heat, but that was really just a brain fart. But the question actually now we do have to look at is, does the Mindthief actually have something to do? I guess the Invis Cloak does do something for us. If we go here and use the Invis Cloak, or even here and use the Invis Cloak, it's actually pretty good for us. Because the Mindthief could also be the one to go back there and hit. So we have Ice too, so yeah, we could go up and stun someone. Someone of the guards. Stunning one of the guards sucks though. It doesn't actually do anything, but it's kind of a why not. Or just like re-stunning this, that also sucks. But it's always what we're doing next turn. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So we should actually look at the Cragheart's cards here because we want to. So since the Cragheart's going to be doing a punch, so an attack 2. This is again. So to the Doomdrake who asked about how good the Diviner is. This is what makes the Diviner so good. Actually, this like attack modifier deck manipulation is so valuable because being able to know the exact value of your attack is beautiful. Here like if we draw a -1, admittedly we don't have a -1 in our deck, but if we draw a -1, it's so bad for us because this thing lives. We take 3 damage on the Cragheart. It's like a disaster if we draw a miss or -2, whatever. So knowing that we can get exactly a +0 on top of our deck is just such a big deal for this attack. So yeah, we're gonna look at the Cragheart's top 4. Oh yes, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. So this is actually kind of interesting. We don't actually need the +1 anymore. We're always going to go at 13, so we go before the guard goes. So he's never getting 1 shield. It doesn't change anything. I mean, the -2 is always going in the bottom. Is there any reason? I think it's actually correct then to put a -1 on bottom as well, because we literally need exactly +0. I guess the argument for putting a +1 on top would be if for some reason the Mindthief ends up having to, yeah. How many cards are left in our deck? So the reason to put a +1 on bottom, I mean, obviously this is going to be the complete bottom. Um, the reason to put a +1 on bottom would be potentially if we did like an AoE attack where we draw basically through our entire deck, so we could still get potentially the +1. We would have to like have the miss and the crit pretty low in our deck for this to really matter. Otherwise, if we put a +1, because we only need a +0 this coming turn, so we're kind of like saving the +1. At the same time, the advantage of putting the +1 on top is that if for some reason the Mindthief or the Diviner end up needing to punch this because of something we see from the enemies that we change our plans next turn, having the +1 would be better for us. I think it's pretty unlikely that we ever get to the +1, that it does still just make more sense to put the +1s on top, yeah, and the +0 on top of the -2 on bottom. All right, so you go there and there. All right, so that's nice, and that's the end of the round. So we don't need to do Empathetic Assault here, but should we? We actually don't necessarily need to go Invis here. We could take a lot of damage though. Let's see. All right, regardless, it's this plus, I mean, I guess it's this plus this. This way we have the option to endurance back off of a punch. Like, we can punch or we can just do the setup, depending on what we're going to see. We're always playing our earlier cards here. Oh, yeah, we have the shield too. So we actually really don't need to go invis then, right? Because we can actually just shield the Mindthief. Like, Mindthief can move here, stun this one, or even just, like, go here and hit this one again. and doesn't actually need to, like, won't take that much damage, just the 2 archers, and if we have 3 shield against, or 2 shield against the 3 attack 3s, I mean, so we're always playing this here. Just our biggest attack. It adds a stun. It is actually, like, the shaman does still have a 1 out of 3 chance of going before us, even if we go at 11, so, like, getting off the stun and us stunning again. Yeah, the Diviner has a lot of cards. I guess I can. So, we actually just played both of them last turn. We didn't use them together though. So this one, it's normally you look at the top 2, you put 1 on top, 1 on bottom, or if you consume Dark, you look at the top 4, you put 2 on top, 2 on bottom of any deck, including the monsters if you want. And then this one is you look at the top 3 and rearrange them in any order, or if you consume Light, you look at the top 5 and rearrange them in any order. And then beyond that, there's like a level 3 card, which I think was actually the better level 3 card for us. Although both level 3 cards were really good, where you can do it to, so you look at the top 4 and rearrange them, and if you consume Light or Dark, which is pretty easy for us, we frequently have Light or Dark, although not always the exact one that we want. So this hybrid consumption is really nice. We get to do it for 2 decks, which is really good too, because like the more decks we have predictable information for, the better. Okay, so we don't want to move too much. We want to save Empathetic Assault. I mean, saving Empathetic Assault kind of sucks because we're not going to strengthen for our attack here. Ooh, yeah, we should actually be pushing, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Our initiative isn't great, but that also doesn't matter. Oh, no, we're not, because we're using a bottom. Frigid Apparition is our top. Yeah, so actually, I'd rather have the push attack next turn, in fact. So let's use this. Yeah, it does. I was in favor of the 3 card, but I was overruled by chat. Let's put it that way. I mean, we took. All right, that's not completely fair. That card at 3 is really good, but we ended up taking this, which because we have like I mean, tied for the best modifier deck in the game. This is also just a really good top. We've consistently hit 2 to 3 targets every time we use it, which has been pretty good. So it's like 2 to 3 curses. I'd say like 2.5 curses per use. Traditionally, it hasn't done that much damage for us, but obviously as our modifier deck scales up, it's going to do a lot more damage, which is really nice. So I think it's a really tough call, the level 3 choice. All right, let's do it. So guards are at 15, shaman's at 8. That's perfect for us. Archers are doing immobilized. That's less perfect for us. Okay. Means their attack is lower though, so we can still probably take it. If the Mindthief gets immobilized, it's okay because we still have the Cloak of Invisibility since we don't have to use it here. All right, so the shaman's first. Shaman loses Muddle and Stun. We've still only killed 1 enemy. Yep. All right, so first up is the Diviner. So, how do we want to do this? We can default move. We definitely want to shield the Mindthief because I think we're going to take the attacks of the Mindthief. The guards actually aren't even moving, so yeah, we're not going to take any attacks on the Mindthief except the archer's attacks. So we shouldn't really take any damage. Again, the immobilize is something, but I think it's not the end of the world since we can go early next turn and worst case scenario invis ourselves. So precisely, we're going to use the top of Protective Aura always. So this is Shield 2, affect all allies within range 2. We gain 1 experience and we create light. And then we're going to use the bottom of Revitalizing Fount. So this is a more difficult choice. We can default move. I don't know that default move really takes us anywhere that meaningful. I mean, it would allow us to pick up a coin. The Mindthief is the one who needs to actually pick up the coin. No, it's the Cragheart. No, Mindthief can't loot any coins. Okay, we got to remember that. ECO, you're on suicide watch there. I mean, you're making sure that we don't mess up with that. Yeah, so we can't actually move to here because the Mindthief is actually probably going to here. No, because actually we want to. Well, no. So it. I mean, do we just abandon all our battle goals? Because it is better for us to be here than to be here, certainly. Coin alert is ready. Perfect. Ugh, I might have said that, but now we might just be abandoning it. Because we could move here. This actually, or even like here. This puts us safer from the ranged attacks in the future. Although the Mindthief's going to be immobilized here. So, but again, the Mindthief can also invis. It's actually tough. Oh, I need more water. It's the last drop. Otherwise, what does creating a rift and doing some pulling do? I mean, like, pull an archer up. We don't want that. We could just pull the shaman to here. But then the archers are going to attack us, not the Mindthieves. So that doesn't work. Pulling this somewhere doesn't do anything. There's really no reason to do that. This doesn't actually require an empty hex, right? 1, 2, 3. We could actually pull someone into there. That's a little bit of damage. That's maybe better than just moving. So it's a rift in range 3, and then it's pull 2, target 1 enemy at range 3. And hold on, it is not an empty hex. Any unoccupied hex. Yeah. Okay. I see you. Okay, so this is... I know we even do have line of sight. No, we don't. But, I mean, we do have line of sight here. So, can Cragheart get immobilized? Well, the Cragheart won't get immobilized. Oh, like, could we move the Cragheart up? We can't have the Cragheart take damage here, because the regen matters so much on the Cragheart, since the Cragheart's missing so much health. I want the Cragheart to stay in the back. I'm definitely not moving the Cragheart up. The Mindthief getting immobilized is okay, since we still got the Invis Cloak. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to pull something into here. So to clarify, I kind of have to bring this up every time we do it. This is not rules as written, but this is... I should really add this to the... He has 2 shield. I know, but if they draw a single +1, then he still takes damage. Like, to me, it's not worth the risk of just getting a +1 and losing the regen. I'd rather try to keep the regen. How much are they attacking for? They're attacking for 2. Their attacks for 3 -1, so 2. So again, it's 2 flips to get a +1. I mean, yeah, it's only... I mean, like, it's not probable, but it's still very, very possible. And knowing my luck, I'd rather just not take it. I don't really like care that much. Like I said, if the Mindthief gets immobilized, that's not a problem for me. Oh yeah. So anyway, to quickly explain what I was going on about, this is not rules as written. This line of sight. Technically, we don't have line of sight from here to here, because we can't actually draw a line from this corner to this corner, because this is actually a wall corner. But this is nonsense. So I mean, we do count this line of sight. This is like one of the weird and unfortunate rules in the game. But basically, like, so the rules are you can't draw a line from any corner which does, like, you can't touch any corner of a wall. You need to draw a line from one of your corners. So basically, we can't use either of these corners to draw to here, because they actually touch this wall. But of course, this isn't a wall that, like, this corner, like this wall on this corner on this wall is not blocking line of sight, because our, like, vision is from here, right? So this is just like one of these nonsense rules with line of sight, and we don't follow it. But I just like to clarify this every time so people aren't like, you don't understand the rules. I understand the rule, I just choose not to follow it, because I consider this to be pretty nonsensy. So we're actually going to create a rift. I hope these are not gridded. Let's double check. They are not. Beautiful. Just the way it's meant to be. So we're going to create a rift here, and then we get to pull an enemy into it. So who do we want to pull into it? Damage on the archers is more valuable, but moving this away is actually probably better, because the Mindthief is actually going to end up here. So then if this does, I mean, if they reflip the exact same card again, then the Mindthief is safe. So yeah, let's pull this guard over to here. So you take 2 damage down to 4. Oh, no, it's actually, hold on. It's actually 3 damage, right? So we're at 4, so trap, yep, it's 3 damage. It's half damage, so 3, not bad. Yeah, so bottom action for 3 damage, definitely worth it. This rift probably doesn't do anything for us afterwards, but still. Bottom action 3 direct damage, we'll take it. Okay, so now it is the Cragheart's turn. So we're going to use the top of Unstable Upheaval as a default attack, targeting the guard. First, we heal 1 from our regen. Oh, what do you know? Oops. Oh, what the heck just happened there? It just bugged out. Oh no, the +2 is on top of our deck. Oh, this is really annoying to have to deal with now. Why did it grab it like that? Oh, this is the annoyance of putting these back like this. All right, so now we've actually got to fix this by, except we're going to see what's on the bottom. Because we need to reshuffle our deck, but we don't want to reshuffle the 2 cards we put on the bottom. Is there a command for dealing off of the bottom, I wonder? No, there's not. Because I'm going to see what's on the bottom. I guess seeing on what's on the bottom doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm reshuffling afterwards. All right, so we got to grab these 2 cards, because these are going to go back on the bottom. Ah, it sucks. We're going to have a +2 on top. It was going to be great. I don't really know what happened there. Like, we just grabbed it and it gave us that. All right, so these get reshuffled. And then we place these back on the bottom. Yeah, we'll reshuffle anyway. Exactly. All right, and then these go back on the top. And so we draw one of these, which gives us a +1. So our attack 2 does, in a surprising turn of events, 3. Killing this guard, giving us 1 more here. And then since we use this as a default, I mean, we could get either of these back, but, oh no, we actually need to get this one back. Oops, yeah. So then we're going to then use the bottom of backup ammo as a default move 2. We'll grab this coin. We need to loot a bunch of coins, so we might as well get the one in the back of the room right now. Because next turn we're not doing anything anyway, so we can move up and grab the other coin. And since we use backup ammunition as a default move 2, we're using an endurance potion charge to get it back. Okay, guards go. Do nonsense. Oops, not you. Just you. Okay, so then the Mindthief goes. We heal 1 from our regen as well. We're going to use the bottom of Scurry as a default move 2, moving to here. And then we're going to use the top of Frigid Apparition, consuming ice,
gaining 1 experience, making an attack 5 stun, targeting the shaman. Oh, that hurts. That's really unfortunate because all the damage on the shaman is so valuable. This is why we would have loved to look at this deck or to have used Empathetic Assault. It's possible we were supposed to use Empathetic Assault. It just seems like we wanted to get the healing as well since we thought we would take damage this turn, but in the end we're not taking damage since they got the -1. But normally if they just done like standard like +0/+0, we should have taken 2 damage. And like every point of healing does matter since we don't have a true tank. And the Cragheart's also missing a lot of health at this point, so it's like very possible the Mindthief needs to take a couple hits. So the healing did matter. I mean, this is only 1 card in our deck. Otherwise, even if we get the... Actually, we don't even have the... Yeah, we don't even have the -2. So this is just a single -1. Even the -1 was fine. So it was, again, it was just a 1 out of 11. I don't think it was... Like, I think planning on getting the 2 health, it was better than playing around a 1 out of 11. Unfortunately, we hit the 1 out of 11, so that really sucks. But what can you do? All right, so then the archers go. So the Mindthief is going to get immobilized here. Both of them are attacking the Mindthief because it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So both of them attack the Mindthief. The attacks are at -1. The first one is actually muddled, so with disadvantage. Don't want to see curses here. All right, and then the other one. All right, great. Well, the Cragheart would have been fine, but I still think that this is not an issue. Like, I don't really care the Mindthief being there. And the Mindthief kept her regen as well, so why not? Because, again, we had 2 shield from Protective Aura, so all these attacks did no damage. All right, this works. Well, definitely these 2 cards. The push isn't actually bad. We can push the Shaman through this, so this should do a fair amount of damage. If our other attack had hit, this attack probably kills. Fortunately, does not in the end. Here we set up backup ammo for sure. And here we definitely want to short rest. I mean, getting back goggles is nice, but it's insane to not short rest here. There's just way too much stuff going on. Ugh, painful, but livable. I mean, both halves there are good. I definitely was looking forward to using the bottom a bit more, but like losing the disarm rift would just be insane. So what are we doing here? So this isn't attacking. The archers are presumably attacking. How does regen work with plus heal abilities? Is regen considered to heal oneself? I don't know if there are any plus heal abilities that interact with it. What is actually the wording for regen? Oh, it is considered to heal oneself. Okay, interesting. Okay, so yeah, because the Tinker ability. Yeah, that's another interesting thing. I hadn't actually thought about that. But yeah, the fact that it would actually trigger off of potent potables and actually waste potent potable charges. That's unfortunate. All right, so what are we up to here? We probably want to do some disarm rifts to protect the Mindthief. Like if we set a disarm rift here and disarm rift here, we're pretty good. Or even a no, we can't reach there. Yeah, it has to be here. And that allows us to pull something into one of them as well. It'd be nice if we could pull an archer into it, but it depends when they go whether that actually works. But I think that's still fine. Theoretically, like, absolute worst case, we're stopping all the guards from attacking the Mindthief, and maybe we're stopping all the guards and an archer from attacking the Mindthief. Alternatively, we could just shield the Mindthief. This could lead to some damage though. The guards attack at 1 over the shield and the archers attack at 1 over the shield. That's not actually too bad though, especially because the Mindthief, well, the Mindthief's healing, but going a bit later. So in fact, it's actually better to go like this, so the archers maybe attack us first. Yeah, I guess this is a better opportunity to use the shielding, I think. And that way we can save our double rifts for later. So what else are we doing then? So we have a free bottom action here. So it's not this, immobilize sucks, and we really want to save the double rift. This does nothing. We don't need to move anywhere, and this also does nothing. So we can actually just do this. And this is fine, just an attack too. Creates dark. The dark doesn't really matter, but this is kind of a why not, I think. All right. So we do have to, yeah, spawn that. Oops, we actually should have spawned a guard last turn. Yeah, it was last turn. So there should have been 1 here. Wouldn't have moved though, because they did the non-moving stuff, and then this time it's going to be, all right, so it's 12 life, if I'm not mistaken. And so then this one will spawn in a second. All right, there we go. Nah, Archer's not going before. Shaman is, but it's stunned. All right, Shaman loses the stun. This spawns here. Of course, we gotta set it to regular. Okay, so Shaman's done. So then we're up on here. Ooh, Archer's attacking +1 too. This is gonna hurt. This is going to hurt. Kind of A little bit of regret now. Mindthief has no cards in hand either. How dangerous is this? So the archers do 4 damage, and the guards, how many of them attack? So this one goes here, this one goes here. 2 guards attack. So it's 6 total damage, 6 expected damage. That's okay. There's also 3 curses in the deck, so like even 1 curse makes us completely safe. The Mindthief has the helmet. I think we're okay here. So like even 1+1 is fine, or even a +1 or multiple +1s if we see a curse, something like that. So I think it's overall safe. You weren't supposed to have this anymore. So now we get to attack one of you. Definitely should be the Shaman. The Shaman's the most important target to take down. So we'll make an attack 2, range 3. We create dark. There's no reason to pull. I mean, we could pull so that the Mindthief could push it back into the room, but I'd rather just push it through the thorns. So we're making an attack 2 on the Shaman. Nothing special to use here. All right. So 2 damage. Shaman's down to 10. And then we use the top of Protective Aura, creating light, gaining 1 experience, doing shield 2, affect all eyes within range 2. Okay, so then we're up on the Cragheart. The Cragheart's going to... Not watching the Asmodee stream? No, this is the normal time that I stream, so kind of just doing this. Super excited to be playing this anyway. Also, honestly, like, while I'm interested at some point in, first of all, I'm happy to hear that it looks better than people expected, and I'm also looking forward to being able to play it at some point in my life. It's not something in the near future. Like, the fact that it's soon going to be in early access with 4 characters playable, like, I'm not going to play that, obviously. I will be interested when it's actually completely playable, so, but it's, like, not of an immediate interest to me. So I don't really care that much at this point. So move to retaliate 1, just going to here is fine. Again, we want to pick up all the coins we can. Oop. Yeah, this is correct. We haven't missed any kills, have we? We killed just the elite and 1 regular guard, right? Yes, we're still good. Okay. So we get this coin, we have 1 retaliate, this doesn't matter, and we activate backup ammunition. Our next 4 ranged attacks gain add target. Okay, so then it's the Mindthief's turn. Bit unfortunate here. So we're not going to get any healing after the attacks. I mean, we still can afterwards, but... So we're going to use the bottom of Empathetic Assault, doing a heal 2 self. Doesn't actually heal us, but it does strengthen us. I'm going to lose this afterwards here. We definitely do this before attacking. And then we're going to use the top of Fearsome Blade, gaining 1 experience. We will be using the push. So this gives us an attack 4, push 3, targeting the Elite Shaman. With advantage. Jeez. That's back-to-back misses on the top of our deck. Fortunately, we had the advantage here. All right. So, yeah. Pretty good enhancement, huh? 4 damage plus 1 to 3 on the push. So 3 damage to 7 total down to 3. Pushing it away does kind of suck because it can start doing heal actions and all our work will have been for nothing, but it's definitely worth taking the extra damage. Okay, so the archers go. -1 movement, +1 attack. They are all in range already to attack the Mindthief. Here we go. Want to see a curse first. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so now we're real safe. So this is a 4. We have 2 shields. We take 2 damage. Lose our regen, but that's okay. That is okay. There. Okay, so those are the 2 archer attacks, and then it's the guard's turn. So they have 3 movement and 3 attack. This one goes here. Oh, actually 3 are going to attack because we pushed this away. Wasn't paying complete attention. Fortunately, we got the curse. Oops. There we go. 2. That doesn't take it any closer. All right. So 3 attacks on the Mindthief. All of these are attack 3s. 1 damage, take it. 2 damage, take it. We're still safe. 2 damage, take it. Okay. Whew. I'm not wrong there. So we took 2 damage from the archer, which put us down to 6. Then we had an attack 3, which is 1, and then 2 attack... Well, yeah, and then 2 attack 4s, which were 2 and 2. So 2 damage, and then 5 damage. Yep. 7 total damage. Down to exactly 1 health. Whew. Skin of our teeth. No short resting here. Wait. Oh! No, no. No, we're definitely short resting here. Wait. We're just not bringing back Mind's Weakness here, you mean? We wouldn't bring back Mind's Weakness this rest cycle anyway. We have to short rest. We can't long rest here, otherwise we die. Well, all right, we could get invis by the Diviner, but that'd be silly. No, we're definitely short resting and hoping not to lose something we care too much about. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, range attacks are actually really nice here, so I don't necessarily like. There are a lot of cards I would have been happier to lose than that, but I don't feel that I have a ton of choice in the matter. Okay, short rest for you as well. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We also forgot to regen 1 on the Cragheart's turn. Oh, like I can't re-roll off this though and lose Massive Boulder and then lose the scenario. All right. So we still have the same annoying situation for the Mindthief. Well, hold on. The Shaman. Oh no. All right. No, we're safe. We're safe. That's nice. Shaman's done all of the 8 and 9 initiatives, so we can safely go invisible here. Huh. No, we got our healing potion. We're fine. Yep. We can safely go invisible here. 14 initiative is before any enemies can attack us, except for shamans who can attack at 8 and 9, but they've already used their 8s and 9s. So we'll just go invisible and make an attack on one of these. The risk is the retaliate. So this is kind of interesting, right? Our attack is for 4, and we have advantage. So, it's actually impossible for us to do less than 3 damage, so we always kill. And we can always just use our healing potion first anyway, so that doesn't really matter too much. So, which attack then? So 14 initiative is fine. We don't need the push here because better save that since, right now we don't need to hit it through the thorns. The attack itself kills. Don't know that we're necessarily going to want Scurry. We definitely want this in the future. I'm not sure how useful this is either. It could it's probably just this now. I don't see multiple target pushing really mattering much here. I'd rather just attack with this. And no, I'm not going to switch to that augment. That would be crazy. All right. So, what now? We can hit a bunch of targets with this. Not so many, actually, because this is the one the Mindthief's presumably killing. Yeah, so we can only hit 2 targets. It's a little bit more annoying. It's maybe better to wait a turn on this. I also don't feel that I need to use the disarms, though. Because I can actually just move away. Since the Mindthief's going to be invis, then most of them shouldn't even reach us. I can just attack and move back. 14. I guess I'm just going to do this anyway. This just makes sense. I'm just going to move back with that card. I don't need to use my other cards here. The bottom healing would be nice, but again, moving away just makes more sense so that these archers don't get to hit anything. Since the Cragheart can go late, all right, maybe in that case an archer is going to hit the Cragheart. Only if they move. And there's a decent chance they don't move. I think it just makes sense to do this. And we're going to hit the guard here before the Mindthief hits it, so we're actually still going to get 3 targets. The damage here has no meaning, but it's still just an extra curse, so it is actually still pretty good for us, and we're just kind of using cards that don't matter. No, this is always good, but getting 3 targets with this is kind of best case for us anyway, and using this for early initiative here is perfectly safe, because then after that we've got, I don't know, something like this plus this and this plus this. Using this bottom would be good here, but I think we want to move more than use that, because it would help the Mindthief, giving the Mindthief regen. All right, so, the Cragheart's turn is super obvious. We're going to use the Massivest of Boulders. We're going to go really late because we want the enemies to go before us, so there's a decent chance they don't hit us. And as for a bottom, we probably need to move. This gives us experience. It's good initiative as well, though. We can still endurance it, though. Maybe getting more movement, though, is just better. This gives us a lot of flexibility for where we need to move. Although I don't think we'll need to move that much, but you never know. We can potentially move on to here and fire off at these enemies up there. Gives us a lot of flexibility. And like I said, worst case scenario, because we have an odd hand size, we can always endurance this back if we need to. All right, let's go. Yeah, the archers are moving. That's annoying. It means the Cragheart is getting hit. All right, so the Diviner's up first. We're going to be using the top of Call of the Nether, creating Dark. Doing an attack 0, we'll hit guard 2, archer 3, archer 5, because we go 1, 2, and expand like this. Is it better to hit these 3? No. I care a lot more about getting damage on the archers. Yep, so 2, 3, 5 in that order. Okay, so no damage on the guard, that's the best. No damage on the archer. Well, no damage anywhere. Yeah, it's kind of what I expect from this attack at this point, but that's okay. We got 3 curses, which is really valuable. Okay, and then we use the bottom of clairvoyance as a default move too. So where do we actually want to move to? So what are the guards doing? Guards have -1 movement, so they have 2 movement. So the furthest they go is there. Yeah, so we should always move to like here or here. If we move to here, we get attacked instead of the Cragheart. That's not actually bad, because then the Cragheart keeps regenning, which is actually pretty good. So I think that's actually fine. Like, I think us being attacked by the archers hit for 3 each. We have 8 health. We have cards to lose in our hand, absolute worst case. Normally they shouldn't. Like, with 5 curses in their deck, how many good cards have they already drawn? And yeah, 3+1's already out. Yeah, we're so safe. Like, I mean, not really, because they can obviously just get a single crit or something, and then we're pretty boned. But even if they get a crit, they're still curses. Like, I think it's perfectly like it's pretty safe. It's about as safe as it can be for us to get attacked. So I think I'd rather us get attacked and to keep the regen value on the Cragheart going. All right. So then the Mindthief goes. Oh wait, we don't actually need to move that far back though, do we? Because this one actually doesn't move. This one always dies to the Mindthief that we're sure of. So we can actually stop here. So the question is, do we want the archers to move up more or not? So, by the way, no, there's no guards to spawn. Okay. So let's see. If we go back to here, archers have 3 movement. 1, 2. This one stops here. So this one actually doesn't hit us. So that's actually better. Whereas if we go here, I think it's actually still the same, right? They have 3 range. So this one 1, 2 to there. Oh yeah, no 1, 2 to there. And so this archer with 3 movement, 1 to there. I mean, where would it actually its focus be? It would be like one of these spots. That's the only places it can attack from, because all these will be taken. So we can actually still stop here, and only 1 archer hits us. By the way, just got in from the Asmodee stream, and damn, it actually looks incredible. I was expecting to be disappointed. Yeah, I was expecting to be disappointed as well. I didn't actually get to see the stream, but I'm happy to hear good things. Hey, Steinberg Matt. Hey, it's been a little while. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so going, like, in either of these cases actually changes nothing for their movement. This will be dead. So the guards are going to do, like, this one moves there, or this one moves there. Oh, no, but this spot's actually be taken. So this one moves there, this one moves there, yeah. Yeah, cool. So I don't know how much it actually changes. I guess the question is, do we want to be further up or further back? Probably being further up is good. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I will play the game at some point, certainly, but I want to play the game when it's actually a game, I think, not a tech demo. It's a little bit unfair, but I don't think there's really any disadvantage to being up 1 more. It makes it easier for us to use our disarm rifts. Yeah, I think I'd rather be up 1 more. Okay. So that's that. Anyway, Mindthief's up. We go invisible. Lose this after the attack. This will have until next turn. We're going to attack using the top of Silent Scream as a default attack 4, and X guard number 2. So we have advantage. What a shame. It's just TTS being like, no, but you see, you're not unlucky. You're drawing crits and misses. But of course, this crit does nothing. It was a guaranteed kill on this attack. All right. Anyway, that enemy is dead. Should I healing potion? I probably should just healing potion now. Who knows what could happen. It's not like I'm about to get a heal for 7 anytime soon. So yeah, we'll just pop our healing potion now while we're at it. All right, so the archers go. So like I said, they have 3 movement, 3 range. Oh no, this spot is going to be, yeah, so we did want to go here. Yeah, because otherwise they can both hit us. Again, there was no new information at this point. Like I said, this was 100% a kill. We always knew that this enemy would die because we're making an attack 4 with advantage. And if we take a look at our modifier list at this point, we've removed everything except 1 -1. We have removed the -2. We have no curses or anything like that in our deck, which means the absolute worst case draw for our deck, since there are no curses or anything like that, is a -1 and a miss. And even to -1, we do 3 damage. That enemy had 3 life. So again, we have still, like, we had perfect info for the outcome of this attack, and I just wasn't paying attention to the fact that this guard wouldn't be there, and that I would get attacked by both archers by going here. So obviously I do actually want to just go here with the Diviner. Are you still in France? I remember you saying you might move to Japan. We are still planning on moving to Japan. We are still in France currently. Um, just some logistics that take a little bit longer than one would hope. I think it's kind of always like this with moves. Okay, so the archers go. So 3 movement. This goes 1, 2 to here. Stops here because it already has range to attack the Diviner. And so then this one has 3 movement, but can only move 2. Goes to here. Doesn't get in range to attack the Diviner. So this makes an attack 3 on the Diviner. -1. Nice. So 2. Okay. So then the guards go. So the guards have -1 movement, so 2 movement. Except for the elite guard, which has 1 movement. No, there are no elites left. So 1, 2. Oh yeah, it's gonna be healed to Mindthief because actually the Mindthief is gonna take damage here, right? From what the Cragheart's about to do. The Cragheart's dicking the Mindthief. All right. Yeah. So let's see. That goes there. These can't get any closer. 1, 2, 1. That's it, right? Yeah. Because they have 2 movement and cannot get any closer than that. Okay. So next up is the Cragheart. So we have Explosive Punch as a move forward. Do we want to default this? Probably not. I think I'd rather Endurance Potion. I mean, we can default it, but I think I'd rather be able to Endurance Potion and save upheaval. I don't gain anything more by being able to Endurance Potion this here. So we're going to do a move 2 here. All right, we heal 1 with our regen again. Regen being quite valuable here. We're going to move to there because this gives us range to attack this. This is the best target because it splashes on 3 and doesn't hit the Mindthief. And then beyond that, I think this is the second best target. Oh, it also splashes on, I mean, all right, so all 3 of these targets, any of them is splash on 3, but this one's the best because the splash damage doesn't affect the Mindthief. Either of these does affect the Mindthief, but it also hits another, I mean, it's damage on an archer and splashes onto another archer, which is also just better because the archers are higher priority target. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we gain 1 experience. Attacking here with Massive Boulder, creating Earth. So this gives us attack 3, range 3, all allies and enemies adjacent to the target suffer 1 damage. So first we'll do, I guess we know our first modifier, we don't know our second. So how does a +1 change things here? Doesn't much. Let's see, getting a +1 on this archer. So this archer will take 4 then from the attack and then 1 from the splash, that's 5, putting it down to 3? The Mindthief should typically be able to attack it for at least 4 though, so I don't think we need to do that much to it. So I think I'd rather get the +1 here and maybe get a +0 here. Shaman was ready for it? Oh, by doing some AoE healing? Yeah, unfortunately the Shaman's not going to get very far. So let's do guard number 1 first and then archer number 5. So guard number 1, let's make sure we actually draw this. So we flip a +1, so our attack does 4 damage to the guard. Oops. 4 damage to the guard. Down to 8, and then we do 1 damage to each of these. And then the second massive boulder on archer number 5. Okay, well. In the end, the other way would have been a bit better, but that's okay. So our 3 is 5 here, which puts us down to 2. We get 1 damage here, down to 6. 1 damage here, down to 10. And 1 damage here, down to 7. And the Mindthief also, unfortunately, takes 1 damage and is very angry with the Cragheart. Not that angry. Bless into their deck, huh? Well, we've got 2 helmets, so generally this isn't the worst thing ever. All right, so they always get a bless here. -1 movement, so 2, but can actually only move 1 for now and heals both adjacent allies for 1. So this guard's top back up. So in the end, it actually would have been more damage if we hit here and here, I guess. But this still would have just been at 1. It wouldn't change that much. And we would have done 1 more damage to the Mindthief. Because the 1 damage here actually was always getting healed. But so we could have done 1 more damage to the enemies, but at the cost of 1 more damage to the Mindthief, which I think is not worth it, given that the Mindthief is so low right now. Okay, so that's the end of the round. So the Mindthief is in Viz for this round. So we definitely want to go late. Let's see what we're gonna do. We can like stun something late with going with this. So all right, so no matter what, we always have to play feedback loop. Let's address this first. I mean, technically, no. I guess we always have to play feedback loop. Is it Gloomhaven on the tabletops? Yes, this is Gloomhaven on the tabletop simulator. That's correct. And hello, Rebdo. I think we probably want a battle axe here, but it's probably better to battle axe when we have frigid. I mean, battle axe is always going to be pretty good. Although this is a very good battle axe. What are we doing on the Cragheart? Dirt NATO is not bad. So we do like 1, 2 here, and then I'm gonna get our extra target here. Heaving swing initiative kind of makes it suck. I mean, it's kind of costly, but especially because we actually, if we're gonna hit this archer, yeah, we want to go before it goes. So do we just accept the fact that we don't get heaving swing for this and do 1 less damage? That is 5 less damage by not doing heaving swing, but the initiative does matter. It's an interesting question. Let's see what the diviner's up to. So diviner can stun and invis an enemy. Our disarm rifts aren't bad either, because presumably at least some of these will be moving through. Yeah, I think the disarm rifts are actually good here. I think this is the disarm rift turn, no matter what. Do we actually need 2 disarm rifts, though, is the question. Is 1 here not good enough? So if this moves, I guess the question is, if the archers don't move, it ends up being a lot worse for us if we don't use the 2 disarm rifts. So yeah, I think we should probably use the 2. The only downside of this is we're going to have bad initiative for next turn. I suppose that's okay. The upside here is more important. Soon enough, there aren't going to be really any ranged enemies left, so the situation will be a lot more manageable for us. We can easily just tank on the door with 1 enemy attacking per turn, essentially. Or I mean, on our side of the door. All right, so we're always playing Dirt Tornado. That's a given. What happens if an archer gets disarmed while moving back? It's a very good question. I have no idea, actually. I don't know if it just stops its movement then, or if it still continues its movement to its original spot. I have no idea, actually. If only Marcel were here to answer this. He's the one who designed this class. So the question is, do I want to do the giant move jump? I think I do, so I think I'd rather play something else for a top. The push isn't bad. It kind of is, but maybe something will end up here. It actually probably will. If the Cragheart kills this, then there will be something here, and then we can push it through that. Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, especially if it's like this. That's actually really good. Yeah, I think the push is a fine attack here. Because after this, we're moving back into the other room, so the push is going to be less good. So I think ultimately it is just better to give up the heaving swing extra damage and be able to just go earlier here. Because again, getting 2 damage on this before it goes is so valuable. Is I think more valuable than the extra. Yep, 13, 14, that is really significant. Ooh, especially because we're actually not going to get the disarm rifts on them. Because they're 14. Oh wait, we can go at 11. All right, because we got our boots of speed. Do we want to do this? We want to go at 11 here. What is going to happen normally? So normally the Cragheart should kill this one, should do a little bit of damage here. This one's actually going to be muddled though, interestingly enough. So it's actually not going to move away. So disarming this with like the pull rift is good. And what are the guards up to? The guards have +1 move. Yes. Yeah. All right. So we absolutely are. Yep. All right. Boots of speed work good here. This is the first time. About 5 times I would have rather had boots of striding before, but here the boots of speed were good. I guess actually they're not even that. I mean, it's really just stopping an archer attack because we were always going to get the disarm rift before the guards came in. So yeah, no. So would have rather striding. All right. So we can place a rift here using the bottom of fount, and we're going to pull this archer. Oh no, we have to do the other thing first. That's annoying. So this archer is actually not going to get disarmed then. Because we have to place our rifts in unoccupied hexes. So, but this rift won't have the disarming effect until we use the top thing. But we won't then be able to place the other rift here. And placing a rift here is key. because this is actually the one that's going to stop any of the guards. I mean, I guess the Cragheart can actually just move back. Move to here. Huh. Does that work? Yes, the rift only happens upon entering, but we have to get this up first to have the disarm actually matter. Yeah, right. So it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I guess we can double check that, but when any enter, right? Yeah. So it doesn't affect enemies that are currently standing in rifts. Exactly. So this creates a little bit of a conundrum here. There are solutions to it, because so if we place this one here first and pull this here, this allows us to place the disarm rift here. The disarm rift here is amazing because these guards are going to filter through this door and just all disarm themselves. But then this one won't get disarmed. So this is still fine, right? Like, we let one archer attack, not the end of the world. The other option is that we first we place the disarm rift here, then we place our second rift here, and then we can pull to either rift. It's not required to be this rift. So then we just we'll say pull this to here, and then we have the Cragheart do after. So then the Cragheart first uses Dirt Tornado to attack, so hitting all these things as planned and hitting this one, and then performs a default move to here. So then the guards with their +1 movement, so they have 4 movement. Also, we do need to spawn a guard. I've got to stop putting them back in there. So with +1 movement, they have 4 movement. So presuming this archer stays here, because we'd be disarmed. So what's our situation then? We have like this, the Cragheart here, disarm rift here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you? Yes, you can pull to any rift. Ah, you're right. Ah, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point. That is a good point. Although it's not going to disarm anymore, but that's, yeah. Good call. You're right. We still have to place the other rift first. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot about that. I always forget about that. I always think that, like, well, it's not that I think, because I remember it sometimes, but I forget that we can actually even pull to a rift we placed before. Good call. That actually works perfectly. Good call, ECO. So, we're going to use Revitalizing Fount first. So we place one rift on any unoccupied hex with a range 3, and then we do pull to target one enemy within range 3 of any rift token and pull them toward that rift token. So we're going to use Fount. We're going to place like so the Cragheart is here. Yeah. Place like a rift here, I guess. Why not? And then we're going to pull this archer into here. So this archer's not going to be disarmed, but that's actually okay. Yeah. So then this archer takes 3 damage by being pulled into the thorns. Ha! And who thought that rift there wouldn't do anything in the end? All right, and then we're going to use the top of Void Snare to place 1 rift in any occupied hex, and when any enemy enters a hex containing a rift token this turn, it gains disarm. So then we place our second rift here. So anything that enters any of these rift token hexes from now on this turn will get disarmed. Okay, that works. That is good. So that was our turn at 11. So then the Cragheart is up at 21. The only downside is we're now not going to get our extra target from Dirt Tornado, but that's not that big of a deal. So Dirt Tornado does often waste backup ammo, but even just getting so basically what backup ammo is going to have done here is it will have given us 2 extra massive boulders, 1 extra crater, and wasted a charge on Dirt Tornado, but that's still excellent. That's still like 2 attack 3, range 3, 1 splash damage, creating earth, and then 1 attack 3, range 3. So it's still like 9. And so then what? The first splash was 3 extra, so 12. The second splash will probably, and 4 XP, that's true. So we're probably looking at like 14 to 15 extra damage from this loss. Admittedly delayed damage, but that's still very, very good, even with 1 wasted charge. And like Qualdron said, 4 XP is not insignificant because the sooner we get to level 4 with the Cragheart, the better. Okay. So on the Cragheart, we begin by using the top of Dirt Tornado. We consume Earth and gain 1 experience. This gives us attack 2, range 2, targeting like this, muddle, target all enemies and allies and enemies in those spaces. All right, so we go 1, 2, and expand like this. I guess it's possible we even just kill this one here if we get a +1 on it. Because now we can hit this as well. Because again, we do consider that we have line of sight here. We do also have line of sight here. Backup ammo is one of the best designed losses in Gloomhaven. Yeah, I mean, it's quite strong. I think if we went ahead with our suggestion for the way to nerf the Cragheart, I mean, for rebalancing the Cragheart of making massive boulder range 2 instead of range 3, it would help. Like, I don't think backup ammo is so much the problem. I think more massive boulders is a really overtuned level 1 card. So, and with a level range 2 back massive boulder rather than a range 3 massive boulder, things do become more difficult, more like you splash your allies, stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely like the design of backup ammo. I agree with you on that one. All right, we did gain our 1 health from regen, I think, already. So here we go. So, all right. I'm gonna go refill my water quickly because I'm completely out and my throat's getting a bit dry. So I'm gonna ask for suggestions. We're hitting all 5 enemies here. Yeah, there's no. I mean, we could do it like this. No, it wouldn't gain anything. This would just muddle the Mindthief, just because we did some damage to the Mindthief just to rub it in. So we're hitting all 5 enemies here. So we've got guard 1, 3, and 4, and we've got archer 3 and 5. So the really significant things here, the guard damage doesn't really matter at all. The significant things here are that we get a +0 or higher on archer 5, and then we get a +1 or higher on archer number 3. Both of these would be very, very good for us. So I'm going to leave this up to chat to decide the ordering. So again, guards 1, 3, 4, and archers 3 and 5. If I pick the ordering, it will inevitably be wrong. If ECO picks the ordering, I suggest someone try to reverse engineer his ordering in an opposite sort of effect, because ECO will also always get it wrong. Anyway, I'll be right back quickly while I leave this suggestion up to chat and I refill my water. Be right back. Still hope we'll see a melee Cragheart at some point. I'll tell you that. Okay, how does the discard look? If you have more negatives drawn, archers first, then guards. Hold on. Our discard looks, I think, pretty good. Yeah, we've drawn a lot of good stuff already in our discard. Although bear in mind, our deck actually doesn't currently have any -1s because we have second skin. So the only negative in our deck is a -2. But we still got a lot of zeros at this point because we haven't removed any. So we're looking at 4 zeros still in our deck. Still got a lot of +1s in our deck actually because we've added 3. So we still have 5 +1s. So we have 5 +1s and a crit as positive modifiers in our deck. And our deck hasn't been reshuffled. So we actually, yeah, never mind. We know that the -2 is on the bottom of our deck. We know that the -2 and the +0 are on the bottom of our deck as well. Yeah, the -2 is on the bottom right. So we can't draw that either. So we just have a miss is the only real possibility. And then obviously we want to try to get a +1. Disarm while moving. Changes remainder of movement as if it was a melee attack. Okay, thank you, fifth guy. Was that in the FAQ for Forgotten Circles or something? All right, so if you have more negatives drawn, archers first, then guards. So we don't have more negatives drawn. So what is it now? I still don't feel like I've actually been given a solution to this problem yet. I mean, we don't have any we can't draw negatives. So I guess still the same thing. Main FAQ under the auspices of a disarm trap. Okay, good call. Fair point. All right, so let's see. So Luigi then says archers first, then guards, low numbers to high. So this would be 3, 5, 1, 3, 4. And yeah, this isn't what ECO suggested. So, all right, this works. No problem. Do archers first, always low to high. Okay, so we're doing archer 3, archer 5, guard 1, guard 3, guard 4. Here it goes. So we need a +1 on this first one. Nope. Oh god, this is the worst. So we did 2 damage here, putting us down to 1. This was really the worst. Because that was actually of the yeah, this is so bad. Of the 5 possibilities, this was the only way that this, because again, the -2s on the bottom of our deck, we have no -1s in our deck. That was the only of the 5 spots that this archer would not die in. So of what 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 permutation, so 60. Yeah, right. So it's yeah, it is 20, 60. Yeah, out of 120 different possible permutations, this was the, well, I guess there was only some number, but yeah. If this was second, yeah, it is 120 exactly. But it's not exactly that. So it's not like 1 out of 120 because any one which would have had this second, which is still a significant number. But yeah, wow, so easy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't worry about it. I honestly like being as perfectly honest as possible. This would have been the ordering that I would have chosen as well.
So this is why I know that I always get it wrong. I guess I should have considered that this would have been the ordering I would have chosen, and then seen when you did the same thing that I shouldn't do this. Because I also go low to high, and I also kind of do like the higher priority targets first. Anyway, all right, let's do the remainder. 135, 134. Now we're gonna get like, well, if we get a crit somewhere here, I'll be happy. Not quite. Okay, so 2 damage here, and then 3 on the rest. So 2 and 3 puts us down to 7, and then 3 puts us down to 9. And I'm not going to bother putting the muddles on them. These don't matter. They're never attacking here. All right. So then we have the bottom of Unstable Upheaval. Well, we definitely want to move, because this way the archers are going to go into the disarm traps at least. I mean, to the disarm rifts. So at least we don't get attacked by them. It just wasn't good. So the Cragheart moves to there using the bottom of Unstable Upheaval, and I will definitely, oh yeah, and we gain 1 experience by wasting a backup ammo charge, but we don't get to attack anything, so we were here when we attacked. We had already hit all these. Technically, the only extra target we could add at range 2 is this one, and we're already attacking it. So we do gain 1 experience, though, and waste a charge of backup ammo. And then we use Unstable Upheaval to move as a default move too, and we recover it using our Endurance Potion. All right, so then the archers go at 14. So Archer 3, so they have 2 movement and 3 range, but they need to move to here to be able to attack, and actually gets disarmed when it moves here. And it doesn't have any more movement anyway, but it does place a trap, which is actually pretty good. Well, probably good for us. It's kind of actually maybe a little bit annoying as well. It's actually kind of a fair point. It is, for once, this trap could actually be a little bit annoying. All right, so it places a 3 damage trap here. So then this one has also 2 movement. So from here, it can't hit anyone, doesn't have line of sight there. So the space that it would move to is here. And then, surprise, also disarmed. Oh, that disarm rift. Oh, diviner. And because they got disarmed in the middle of their turn, they'll also be disarmed next round. Now, certainly them being disarmed isn't as good as them being dead, but, we'll take it. Did we miss doing a +1 here? I feel like we may have missed killing... No, I guess not. We killed the elite guard and 1 regular guard. Well, I guess we can see how many have respawned. Because we had 2 spawns normally. We've had 2 respawns. So we had the 2 normal spawns and 2 respawns means, yes, 2 enemies have died. 3 enemies have died, yes. Yeah. All right, so we're still good. So now the guards go at 30. So where are they moving to? Their focus is one of these spots. It doesn't, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter which one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there and disarmed. And then you to here. Also, I guess you first. 1, 2, 3. Is this from here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, it's 1, 2. Yeah, no, so not anymore. Then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. So this one already went. So 4, 1, 2. Can't go in any further. 1, 2. No, it can't go in any further because it does have a path. Doesn't need to go into the trap. Oh crap! The second archer. No, I don't believe the second archer had anywhere to place the trap when it went. No, it did. Crap. I gotta reverse. Gotta rewind. So would have placed the trap. Damn it. Okay. So where was 3 at? I think 3 was here, right? Yeah. And 1 was here. Yes, this was how they were. So I forgot the trap placement. So this one would have placed a trap here. So that means this one would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4 to here. So now this one actually could not move in at all. 1, 2, yep. And this one, 1, 2. So here is actually 1 closer because for now it's 1, 2, 3 to there. Here it goes 1, 2 to there. Yep. And then this one, 1. Yeah, and can't get any closer than that either. All right, I think that's correct. Shaman goes -1 movement, so it's 2 movement. 4 range, where can it attack from? Here. Yep. So 2 movement to there. Okay, and then it is the Mindthief's turn. So what is the Mindthief to do here? Certainly doing a push attack. God, I do really want to go kill that shaman. I guess I can can use my like I can just be dancing around outside of the Mindthief. I think that's what we're gonna do. Any guidelines for single target damage on a level 9 card? Working on the ones for Cleanser. Current iteration will average around 10 damage on a loss. Oh, but 10 single target? I think that's probably fine. I mean, I think level 9 cards have the least restrict guidelines, like the least restrictions. Even Marcel himself said like level 9 cards is kind of just you do whatever you want. Um, I think designing a one-shot loss at level 9 is really difficult because it needs to be stronger than you think it needs to be because you're giving up your most powerful card to play the loss, right? I would probably have higher than 10 attack damage for a level 9 loss, even if it is single target. I mean, not I probably would. I would definitely have more than 10 attack damage for a single target loss at level 10, level 9. Again, it costs you your best card. It is literally your highest level, most valuable card. And again, the I would say the gap between level 8 and level 9 cards is definitely the largest gap in terms of possible power level in the game. So it's like a big difference losing your level 9 card versus level 8. I would probably not take a level 10 a 10 damage loss level 9. No, I agree. I mean, if the other half was good, maybe, and then eventually I used the loss. But yeah, I wouldn't take a card at level 9 for a 10, like even a true 10 true damage loss. Yeah, like Qualdron said, even the Tinker has level 9 execute. Now, admittedly, that can't affect named enemies and bosses, but still. All right. So I think I really want to go over and mess with the shaman, but I don't actually want to do it here because, like, I could push the shaman into this to get basically a guaranteed kill, but I think I'm actually just going to go over by the shaman and then I can go early next round. I can actually go before the shaman and, like, I don't know, heal myself an attack, stun an attack, some stuff like this, and just go invis using my invis cloak. Just kind of like dance around outside because if I go invis with my invis cloak and then I go late the following round, I guess the problem is I can't go late the following round. But I mean, I don't know, or maybe I just like run far away the following round. Then after that, I'll have my bottom invis back, so I can like stay outside for a while, which I think is pretty good. It allows me to attack. I mean, basically the shaman, which is really important to kill. The shaman has, well, actually the shaman is 100% healing next turn. I'd really like him not to heal, so I think going over to kill him would be good. But I don't also think that I need to kill him here, and I'd rather get the extra damage from pushing this guard through the thorns. So I'm going to begin by using Fearsome Blade. I'm going to use the push, so we're making an attack 4 push, 3 targeting the guard adjacent to us, plus 1. So 4 is 5, plus 3 from the thorns is 8, putting him down to 1. Ah, so close. And push 3, 1, 2, 3, like that is fine. And then we're going to use the bottom of feedback loop as a move 4 jump. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, just styling on them. It doesn't actually muddle unless we finish where we started. All right. So, yeah, I mean, the Diviner can play these two cards. I'm sure they'll do something here. I'm not sure exactly what. We're not really under any threat here because all the enemies that are in the room with us, like, this enemy, first it isn't attacking. Mindthief should also be killing. Even if it doesn't, like, Mindthief doesn't kill, again, it's not attacking. The ranged enemies aren't attacking. The guard who's in here isn't attacking. These aren't making it to us. So, like, we're just not under any threat whatsoever. It makes sense to play these two cards. So what is Cragheart doing? So we've actually got these traps to use, but we also don't really need them. Like we could easily push something into one of them with Heaving Swing, but these have 1 and 2 life respectively. So I'd rather just attack them. Crater is nice because I get 2 attacks here. I think that's pretty fine. It's annoying that one of them is disadvantaged, but we have so few bad modifiers in our deck. I think just attacking with Crater here is fine. And then the following turn, I can like try to. I mean, I guess I can never actually move to the other side of this guy without going through a trap. That's a little bit annoying. It's even a bigger choke point now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is an amazing choke point at this point. And the Diviner's about to get like to rest again, then all our traps become. I mean, all the rifts become disarm rifts. We're just really abusing this choke point. This is what I was talking about. So the other day there was that post where someone said like, well, I guess this is a 3-player party, but like 3-player, 4-player doesn't change anything here. You know, this is how you fight without a tank. Like you don't have to have a tank. We're playing on +3 difficulty, and we have 2 characters with 6 health. Admittedly, the Cragheart has a reasonable health pool, but he's also it has also never gone below 8. Like you can deal with high damage enemies without having to have a tank. Uh, so is it better to just push one in now? We don't have Earth. We can't easily get Earth either. We actually have no sources of Earth again. Because if we Heaving Swing this, we do like create a path for us to then go and push. But if we use Heaving Swing now, then we're not like going to the other side and pushing doesn't help. I think I'd rather just do a little bit of healing on bottom with this and attack with Crater, just to make 2 attacks. Normally killing the 2 archers. And going after them is fine here, again, because they're disarmed, so they're not attacking. And archers don't do scary stuff when not attacking. They can place traps! Oh god! They can't actually even, because they didn't reshuffle. Because that is not a reshuffle. So what is the Mindthief up to, then? What is the Mindthief up to? So we're killing that Shaman for sure. So the question is, do we want to stun something? I don't think so. I think moving is better than stunning here. The downside of this is we're not going to create ice, but normally these guards are coming after us. What have they flipped thus far? I mean, they do actually have a 40% chance of not moving, but in that case, stunning them doesn't do much. It does create ice for us, which is nice, but I guess. Hmm. Because how much movement? They have their +1 movement here, so the worst they can do is ranged attack. I think when they range attack, they have -1 move, but I'm not actually. Yeah, I think they have -1 move. So it'd be 2 movement, one. So like 1 2 1 2. So we would need to move. We would need to move more because they would actually reach us very easily. We don't actually have that much movement. All right, I think this actually makes the most sense doing this and this. If so, this is pretty good overall. If the guards don't move, then we can like do the stun attack on one of them just for free ice and 1 extra point of damage. We can use Scurry Top as an attack for targeting the Shaman, which again should kill it. I guess we'll use the top first, obviously, to make sure that in case we miss, then we can just stun the Shaman. If they end up moving regularly, just a default move 2 is actually enough, because they only have 3 movements. So we go there. I guess then one of them hits us. Yeah, that's not great, maybe. I mean, otherwise, if they do end up moving, we can just always we have Scurry on top here, so we can always move a lot. Is basically the biggest selling point here, and we can still do the bottom stun. We don't actually have more movement than that because we don't have our boots of striding. So I think this is just the safest line for us, so that we can always get away from the guards no matter what they do. But if they do this, we have high upside. Okay, so Mindthief is up first. So we're going to begin by using the top of Scurry simply as a default attack 4, targeting Shaman number 1. Okay, so we kill the Shaman. Where there's supposed to be no spawns. We've got all the guards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Coin goes there. Counter goes up. Shaman is finally dead. So you don't have to worry about that anymore, which is excellent. Okay. And so here we get ice by attacking, gain 1 experience, and do 1 damage. So it's kind of a why not. Which one do we want to hit? Probably this one, because then we can Battle Axe hit 2. Battle Axe hitting 2 is risky, though, because then we have to get a +1. But we'll have Empathetic Assault. I think it's pretty reasonable. Yeah, so let's hit number 3. So we'll attack number 3 with Frigid Apparition. Sorry, Perverse Edge. Or did we already gain the 1 experience? We did. We create ice, so attack 1, range 3, stun, targeting guard number 3 here. Okay. So it takes 1 down to 6. And he's stunned. I'm not going to bother. It doesn't actually do anything, just doing this stuff. He doesn't have 1 shield or 2 retaliate now. Ha, take that. Okay, so then the archers go. They are disarmed. So this archer is actually moving, interestingly enough. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So in either case, it's 3 movement. But the diviner, I think they don't have minus movement, do they? Yeah, plus movement, in fact. But the diviner is closer, so is the focus. So this one moves to there. This one stays where it is. These both lose disarm. All right. So then the Cragheart goes. So we heal 1 from our regen. So we're always getting 1 more from our regen. So I think I'd rather just heal the diviner here. So we'll do heal 2, range 3 on the diviner. Because the diviner doesn't easily heal herself, and we already lost. I guess we didn't lose our heal, but we're not planning on using it anytime soon. And we did lose, I guess, 1 of our heals. We didn't lose Nature's Lift, which is the one I was talking about. All right, then we're going to attack with Crater. So we once again gain 1 experience. And we get 2 targets on our attack 3. So we will do archer. Oops, you don't have that anymore either. Archer number 3 and archer number 5. This makes sense. We could. Actually, no, this makes more sense then. Because we can always go before the archer's next turn using Unstable Upheaval. So we can use Unstable Upheaval Heaving Swing to actually attack this one into this trap and get a guaranteed kill on it. Yep, that works. So we can hit these two here, because this way we also don't have disadvantage on either of them. All right, so let's do Archer 3 and then Guard 1 in that order. Because when has attacking the archers first ever gone wrong for us? Actually, this was correct, though. So this dies, and we get 4 here, putting us down to 1. So coin there. Counters up to 5. Will I get kicked ban if I promote another stream? No, probably not. You're talking about the Asmodee stream? I think everyone who's here knows about the Asmodee stream. I don't think you need to promote it, but you're certainly welcome to. I will not hold it against you. Okay, and so then it is the Diviner's turn. So what's the Diviner doing? I think we're actually just going to default attack this one here. I mean, almost every person who's popped in here has asked, so did you check? I mean, I don't think there's a single person who's in chat right now who didn't ask what I think, or if I've seen the Asmodee stream. So I think we're safe. Uh, Cauldron. Ah, there. That's true. You didn't. You're right. That's right. You're the only one who didn't. Maybe you'd seen the other people ask me that already, though. All right. So I think it's fine to attack here, even if we miss and get retaliated. It's not the end of the world. And killing this is just good. Oh no, it actually has a bunch of effects to retaliate. Ugh. All right. So what is our deck like? Ooh, we have 5 modifiers. Oh god, that's risky. It's a lot of retaliate then. It's 3 retaliate if we don't kill it. So do we have? We don't have any -1s in our deck. Do we still have the -2? We do still have the -2, but have we already drawn it? I think we have. We have already drawn the -2. So we're only a 1 out of 5 to not kill it. Not killing it is really bad, but killing it is so good. And stunning and invising something just isn't very good. Like, yeah, we could stun and invis this, but it's just better to have killed it. So yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I mean, again, the risk is we take 3 damage. We're at full health, we'll be alright. So we're gonna use the top of a dimensional transfer as a default attack 2, targeting guard number 1. Oh god, that's so brutal. Come on, I don't deserve this. Like, alright, we take 3 retaliate. It was a 1 out of 5. Like, we're playing a really challenging early game scenario on +3 difficulty, and we're still getting shafted by RNG? Alright, and so then we're going to use the bottom of Peer into battle to do a heal 1, regen all allies. It's better than moving, I think, because getting a regen on the Mindthief is actually pretty useful here. Heals 1 for the Cragheart, that doesn't really change much. That's so brutal. That's so brutal. Alright, because then we could have long rested and everything. Now we've got this still alive at 1 health. Oh, I'm all about chest hype. So there are no guards that respawn. Alright. I want a long rest so badly, though. But the Cragheart doesn't kill the other one. Man, if only we had Rumbling Advance still, we could, heaving swing this one in and Rumbling Advance this. Nice. Well, we already know what the Cragheart's doing here. This initiative makes sense because it gets us guaranteed before the archers. I actually don't think the archers can go before the 21 at this point. That's actually an interesting point then, because then our retaliate actually, yeah, right. Let's do it. What if it's the poison attack? That would be brutal. God, we've already gotten so dicked, but it's so unlikely that they get the poison attack. It's only 1 out of 8. So doing this is good because we can kill this, and then we can move on to here and do the retaliate thing. So then this will kill itself on us, which is nice. And one of these might even come hit us. So. And I don't think the archer can actually, like, the archers do go kind of fast, but I think the 14 and 16 are actually their only 2 actions which are before 21, so I think this is safe. And this does allow us to get a long rest on the Diviner, which is pretty valuable. I mean, heals us for 2, that doesn't matter too much. The healing is pretty free around here these days, but getting Goggles and Boots of Speed back are both pretty reasonable and gives us a little bit more time. All right. As the Mindthief, we're playing these 2 cards. Would we rather go early or late? We'd rather go at 29. So the reason we would rather do that is simply because the guards cannot move and attack us before 29. The earliest they can attack us is 30. I actually think they don't. Oh yeah, they reshuffled. And if they do the poison attack at 15, I'd rather not be next to them. The downside, of course, is I guess if they do the retaliate action at 15, then I would have rather gone before them. But at the same time, if they do the poison attack, it's also really bad for us here. So I'd rather kind of like hedge. If they do the retaliate thing, it's actually perfectly fine for us here. Overall, it can be fine. The Mindthief might have a kind of bad turn, but we can still deal with it. Whereas if they do the poison attack and we play at 11, then it's bad for the Mindthief. And I guess it's not that bad for the Mindthief because actually we stun 2 targets. Never mind. Yeah. Because we're going to stun whatever we hit. So it actually doesn't matter if we go before. Ah, all right. Well, the worst case for us in the other room. God, these. I mean, this is crazy, right? So now, of course, we wish we'd use Unstable Upheaval. But first of all, we hit a 1 out of 5 here, and then we've compounded it with a 1 out of 8 here. Like, this is really bad for us, though. God, it's really annoying. All right, so Mindthief's up first. We get 1 healing from our regen. We're going to get 2 healing from using Empathetic Assault to move. We're going to move to here. I think this is just today bad luck in general. It would appear to be the case. Tried to do some custom class testing while watching and had my class get hit by 3 crits in a row. Oof. So up to 7. We don't have to Battle Axe here, but we might as well. It just does more damage. We're going to stun both of them. We're going to take a little bit of Retaliate, which is going to break our regen, but we're already up to 7. Maybe it doesn't actually make sense to Battle Axe. Because if we kill this, then we don't actually take any damage. We keep the regen, it heals us for 1 more, and we just take 1 less damage. Yeah, never mind. All right, let's go to there. So we're moving there with Empathetic Assault. We heal ourselves for 2, we get strengthened, then we're going to use the top of Frigid Apparition, gain 1 experience, consuming the ice. So we're going to do an attack 5 stun, targeting number 3, and we have advantage. So we should kill normally. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. So our attack 5 does 6, which gets us a kill. This was a summoned one? No, it was not a summoned one. Okay. That's our counter up to 6. Okay, so then the guards go. So unfortunately, guard 1 will attack the diviner now. Let's see a curse. All right, well, balances out a bit. I mean, it's annoying because now, I mean, the poison is still going to prevent the heal, but I mean, it could be worse. Could certainly be worse. Okay, so that's all the guards. These just have 1 shield. This doesn't matter. So then it is the Cragheart's turn. We still have regen, so we heal up to 14. So the regen was very good here. I mean, it can be good. It just requires some difficulty. It's very hit or miss, we'll say. So we're going to use Heaving Swing. We're going to target guard number 5. Archer number 5, sorry. We will be using the push, although most likely the attack kills anyway, but wouldn't be the worst if it doesn't because we gain experience. Does does kill. That's fine though. And then we have a bottom move here, which gives us 1 experience, allows us to move 2. I'm just going to move to here, certainly, so we can be next to this guard and, I don't know, mess him up, plus get a coin, etc., etc. Archers have been all eliminated at this point. Oops, that's not archers, that's guards. All look alike to us. And then the diviner takes a long rest, which refreshes this, and heals off the poison. We get to choose a card to lose. Okay, so we might actually get the chest after all. Man, I mean, we're playing +3 difficulty on a quite difficult scenario and cruising through. Whew. That's called a winning strategy. All right, so what do we lose here? Honestly, Call the Nether kind of just sucks at this point. We're not going to have that many enemies clumped up again. Well, I guess there are still some out here. No, maybe Call the Nether doesn't suck just yet. Maybe actually like Protective Aura sucks. All the initiative is nice. We definitely want the deck manipulation because we already lost the other deck manipulation, which sucks. Definitely want attacks. Probably want this the turn we go in. Maybe just having the best initiative anymore doesn't really matter so much. Like it's kind of between like that and this, I think, because we definitely need the movement. Yeah, I think we can just lose this initiative. That's okay. We still have an endurance potion, so maybe it sucks to lose that, but we can still get the 13 back. Like against most of the enemies here. Well, not against Shaman, but I don't know how much it matters us going before Shaman. Well, it can actually, because being able to stun and Invis a Shaman actually could be nice. I definitely don't want to lose my attack though. Like that's crazy. Um, hmm. This is so good. We can just like pull enemies into this in here once we get into the next room. Goes this double rift eventually. Do have to move a bit first though to do that. No, I think we'll just lose clairvoyance. Whatever, this is fine. This is fine. Mindthief definitely needs a short rest here. Hmm. Yeah, Quietus is tough to use. I mean, I don't particularly love the design of Quietus to begin with. It's interesting at least because it's like a really inefficient non-loss execute. But to me, it's just like I don't know. Either your party can break it by having like AOE stuns or having like a lot of stuns where you like can target like two things, like stun one thing and stun another, so you can just execute targets you haven't really focused. Or it's just bad because otherwise you don't really want to be stunning targets that you're like if you can only stun one target, you don't want to like stun that target and then execute that target. Anyway, we play these two cards on the Cragheart. We do a default attack, finishing off that guard. That's pretty obvious. Hold on. I think longevity matters here. I think I will bring back the Mind's Weakness. The dagger! Oh, this is rough. So rerolling sucks for two reasons. One, it sucks because we lose our regen, which is such a weird interaction, but whatever. That's not the end of the world because we still will be at 6. We have empathetic assault. Um, it more sucks because we have a 1 out of 8 to lose the Mind's Weakness, but it's only 1 out of 8. Any other card but the Mind's Weakness, I guess Perverse Edge sucks as well because then we don't have ice anymore. So I guess it's 2 out of 8. So we're taking a 1 out of 4 to have something bad happen, but 6 out of 8 to have nothing bad happen. I guess losing the move 4 is also bad. Fine, I think we'll lose this. I mean, losing the Mind's Weakness is basically the easiest way for us to lose this scenario. So it's probably not the play. It's one of the costs of, like, we gained a turn, but in the end, like, obviously, if I had known somehow that I would get this on my short rest, I would have chosen not to bring back the Mind's Weakness. Because I would definitely choose, like, the ability to reroll when getting this over, one extra turn. All right, so we use the Mind's Weakness here. Where are we going? We don't really need to use Empathetic Assault just yet. I guess we can just use this to stun this one, but then this one still hits us. But it's only one hitting us. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like we can actually do better than that. Fortunately, like our big move or our move push is late. We don't need to use this here because we still have the strengthen and we'll be at full health. I guess we can honestly just use this and we'll see. We have the possibility of just invising and just setting up Mind's Weakness. In this case, we kind of like lost a turn, but gained a turn but lost a turn, which is not excellent, but it's okay still, I think. All right. So what are we up to on the Diviner? So presumably the Cragheart finally kills this. So I suppose we can just like teleport through the wall well, or not really, and then attack one of these, hopefully after they've gone, but there's not even that much of a guarantee that we go after they've gone. I'd like to create the light first and then use the setup thing here, though. Otherwise, we could just teleport through and attack with Call to the Nether, but we don't know how they're going to be spaced. It'd be better to wait a turn to do that and like do that with good initiative. Yeah, I think doing this should be fine. Hopefully we go after them. If not, we've still got some options. All right, let's do it. Yep, we go after them. That's good. Okay, so Craggy's up first. We're going to use the top of Unstable Upheaval's default attack 2, targeting guard number 1. Just need a +0. There we go. Finally. Oh, there should have been a guard spawn again, right? Yeah. This one was summoned. Are there any non-summon left? Let's check, because then I can just stop checking. There is a non-summon left. Okay, so there's one that can still drop a coin. All right, counters up to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 2 more to spawn to be able to successfully complete the scenario without opening any rooms. All right. So then we have the bottom of Nature's Lift as a default move 2. Grab this coin. Can we be this greedy at this point? Yes. Also, we should have, yeah, we did heal 1 from our region. And then we just long rest next turn. Like, let the Mindthief and Diviner deal with this stuff themselves. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to leave this coin. I do really want money. Let's grab it. Okay, so then we go on the Mindthief. Yeah, I think not getting attacked is better than getting attacked in general. So, like, I could move up and attack something with the Mind's Weakness, but then I'm getting hit by a bunch. Well, I'm getting hit by 2 guards, I guess. Yeah. I'd rather not do an attack 3, which does 1 damage to me. Like, I would deal 3 and I would take 7, 1 from the retaliate, and then 6 from their attacks. Rather just go invisible and set up the Mind's Weakness. So we heal 1 from our regen, we gain 1 experience by activating the Mind's Weakness, and we use the bottom of Into the Night to go invisible. We lose the Strengthen. Okay, then the guards go. So their focuses are in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, yep. 2, 3, 1, can't go any further than that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If we teleport here, we can push this one into this trap. It's disadvantage attack, which is a little bit annoying. But, alright, let me explain. I guess we can also just default this. So it is the Diviner's turn. We got a lot of options here. We could like move to here, and then we could push this one into this trap. We could teleport to here. We could push this one into this trap. But I think like the teleport's our biggest movement. So if we're gonna teleport, we need to teleport over here. So then push this one into this one. So it's either we default here and attack, push this one into this one like this, or we teleport here and do this. I think being in this room is better for us since the Mindthief is invis. So yeah, I think like we can just save this for later. We need to endurance potion this rest cycle anyway because we have an odd hand size. So let us do exactly that. We're going to use our endurance potion and a default as we use the bottom of dimensional transfer as a default move 2 and recover it. And then we're going to use the top of duality shards, creating light, making an attack 3, range 2, push 1. We will be using the push, be attacking guard number 5. All right. Look forward to getting rid of that. Next perk. So 1 damage there, and then 3 damage from the trap, which puts the guard down to 8. Okay, and that's the end of the round. So Old Cragheart can definitely get away with a long rest here. I think it's fine, gives us our boots back. We've got plenty of time. I'd like to use the light, but I also kind of do need to use disarm rifts here, because otherwise these are normally hitting. Mindthief definitely going late. How good is the pushy guy? This would allow us to push one in, but it's not very convenient because we don't have a top range attack anymore since we don't have hostile. So it makes more sense just to use this later initiative, although I don't think the guards go after 70 anyway. I think 70 is their latest. And I mean, I guess a pushy attack is still good because they also have retaliate, so it's kind of why not. So now the diviner has to make choices. We could either stack someone's deck, which is nice, and like move back behind the Cragheart, and the Cragheart's getting hit, or we can just do the standard set up 2 rifts. I think setting up 2 rifts is just more reasonable. We miss out on the light, but that's not the end of the world. We can always use this next turn and then do that the following turn. Although it's not super likely, I don't feel like it's the absolute end of the world. I think disarming 2 enemies, preventing them from attacking here, is generally going to be better than getting to see 2 extra cards while playing that action. All right, here goes. Yeah, they would have attacked, so that's good. They both would have attacked. All right, so we're up at 21. So is there any meaningful pulling that we can do? Oh yeah, we can actually pull this one back into... Yeah, because we just have to... We target the enemy, right? So we have to have line of sight to the enemy. We don't have to have line of sight to where we pull. So that's funny. The downside of doing that is then he... No, but we can't even disarm him, although not meaningfully. Otherwise, if we do the double disarm here and we don't pull him back to there, so it's like, would we rather do 3 damage and not have him disarmed? Oh, guards 1, good call. Thank you. So would we rather do 3 damage and not have him disarmed, or we would rather not do 3 damage and have him disarmed? That's a tough question. That's kind of like the trade-off, right? A top disarm or a top and attack 3. I think here the damage is kind of more valuable. At the same time, the Mindthief is out there by herself. We do still have the Cloak of Invis, though. It's still gonna. Oh no, it's still gonna move up and get disarmed anyway. Never mind. Yeah, because we got these rifts. Oh man, once you start building up the rifts, it's just great. The rifts are fun. All right, so let us. I guess we can use the pulley rift first. So we're gonna use paralyzing fount or revitalizing fount first. We're gonna place a rift here, and then we're gonna pull this guard to this rift. Puts down to 9. And then we're going to place a rift here, and whenever an enemy enters a rift this turn, they get disarmed. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so then the guards go. They're going to strengthen themselves. So let's see. They have -1 movement, right? 1, 2. I'll just put the strengthen down here on their sheet. So which one's next? Where's 2? 1, 2. Then 3, 1, 2. Then 4, 1, 2. Then 5 to here and disarmed. And 6 to here and disarmed. Yeah, I'm not sure how people want to take the Blessing and Strengthening card over the bottom rift. I know, right? They're actually insane. That card has been so good for me. Like, not just with the Disarm Rift, although obviously with the Disarm Rift primarily, but in general, it's just a super flexible card. Again, I will probably never use this top action ever, but this bottom action is so good, and that other card is just like fine. Like, I understand the synergy of Strengthen with stacking decks, but come on. Come on. All right, so Mindthief's up next. We got a move forward jump with feedback loop. Where are we going to? So this trap is the same amount of damage as the terrain there. We don't want coins. This is 1 life left. That sucks. Also, making rifts seems so much more fun than pushing the allies do more damage button. I think it's. I mean, like I don't just. I mean, yes, it is definitely more fun. I think, but it's also just seems more powerful. I mean, that's not to say that all the rift stuff is powerful. Again, I have never used nor will ever use the blessed rift. All right, I can't say that because maybe there's like scenarios where specifically, but I'm very unlikely to ever use this rift, and I'm not very likely to ever use this rift. So it's not just like being rifts are good, but again, good rifts are good. Uh, so where do we want to go? What are we doing next turn? We can either stun an attack or empathetic assault an attack. Getting to the other side is also good for us. Disarm greater than all. Yeah, pretty much. We can't get to the other side after this. If we stay out here, we're stuck here. So we can't go there. We don't want the coin. It's annoying. I think that's actually the best spot because then it allows us to retreat this direction. I don't really want to push this one away because this one being disarmed is actually like it's good if it's in the front. It just walks up and does nothing, and takes spot that the others would rather get. And I don't want to hit this one. So this means I have to go here. This is kind of annoying because after this I don't really have a good spot to run to. But I still think so. It's either go here or go here. Going here is safer for us because then I can retreat back here. No, I think I'll go here though. I just don't care about damaging this one that much. I'd rather damage this one. So I'll move there with the bottom of feedback loop, and then I'll use the top of Fearsome Blade, gaining 1 experience. I will be using the push. So attack 4, push 3 on this guard here. All right, so 5 damage to the guard, and then 3 from the trap is 8. So the guard's down to 4. 1, 2, 3. This are the trap, the thorns. The thorns has done so much damage for us. Yeah, but it still costs you a turn, Cauldron. The problem is that they're tops. Like, I think you already get enough rifts to enable your disarm rift just by using this bottom. And here it's a bottom action which has other flexibility, doesn't cost you a top action. To me, like that's just better. And you get this at level 2, so it's not like I mean, like yeah, maybe at level 1 you do that thing. Yeah, maybe. Like specifically at level 1, I guess. You can certainly try to justify or you can certainly justify that, I suppose. All right, long rest here. Choose a card to lose. The Diviner still needs a little bit of healing. But we can get that with our bottom heal, I suppose. I don't think we need to keep Nature's Lift any longer. Yeah, it's probably the most reasonable thing to get rid of. Okay. That's that round. No longer in this. So I think I'd rather do this here and probably like this. No, I guess it makes more sense than to use this turn. Yeah. So the reason for this is I can actually stun one of the guards here, and this guard's not attacking. So worst case scenario, it's just one guard attacking me. And in that case, it's better to keep Empathetic Salt to heal myself afterwards. I am going to miss out on a little bit of strength in here, but I think that's okay. And so generally, I'm just going to like stun this one, and I'm going to hit this one with my top as a default attack. And I'm using Scurry here just because there's a chance that I want to move. It's better to play Scurry when I play a bottom attack rather than playing Scurry the turn I'm playing a bottom move. Although I don't think it's going to matter much. I'm most likely just going to use it for a default top attack. Okay, so what are we up to on the Diviner? We can't easily hit a bunch of targets in the next room. Ooh, so well. Cragheart knows exactly what Craggy is doing. Same as usual. We're going to use Earthing Clod and Heaving Swing. Heaving Swing is giving up the Dirt Tornado combo again, but that's fine. This is a really valuable Heaving Swing. It's 3+2 by pushing into the trap. And we also get to heal 2 on the Diviner, since we don't really need to move here. Which is as good of a chance as any. And we don't need to go fast here either, because again, this is disarmed. Yeah, I mean, if it shields itself for 1, it sucks a little bit because it's 1 less damage, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. So, like, this is a top only, pretty much. This is a top only. This can be a bottom. This can be a bottom. Oh, I don't really need this bottom. I kind of like to do this top at some point. Doing that top means using this top, though. And that top is kind of only good if we like end up going to here or here, so that we here, so that we can shield the Mindthief. It's not bad. Like it does something, because I do really want to do some deck stacking. It's really valuable. So I guess we just do that and we do the teleport, and then next turn we can deck stack. I suppose that's fine. It gives us a kind of underwhelming bottom from Call the Nether. Otherwise, we can potentially use Call the Nether to attack next turn. This turn we just don't really have good clumpings for it. It's not really worth it, I think. They did strengthen themselves last turn, so the attack on the Mindthief will also be strengthened. Another justification for using the shield. Okay, attacking -1, that's fine. Yes, the guards are strengthened. I just put the strengthen icon here rather than placing on all of them, since most of them won't be attacking anyway. All right, so we're up first on the Mindthief. All right, so what's going on here? They've got +1 movements. That actually changes some stuff, right? Not completely. 1, 2, 3. It actually does, yeah. Because now both of these, like 2 guards will always get to attack us. Because if we stun one of these, the other guard, there's no guards to spawn, right? Yep, we got 6 guards. If we stun one of these, this guard makes it to us. It's not the end of the world it attacking. So otherwise we could just move back, but then we're still getting attacked by 2 guards. It doesn't change much. Stunning gives us ice and 1 experience. The ice doesn't really matter. 1 experience is always welcome. Does 1 damage too. It's not the worst thing ever. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. We could also move up here, but we just can't move on to the coins. I do want my 2 check marks. You can move here, but yeah, changes nothing. I mean, you still get attacked by a bunch of them. All right, so I'm going to use my top attack, I guess, first on this one, on the one adjacent to me, and then I'll use the bottom first. I'll worry about the bottom first edge afterwards. So we'll use the top of Scurry. I mean, like, we could use Perverse Edge and then move away a bunch so they don't really, only like 1. No, 2 would still hit us. Well, no, we can make it. It's only 1 did, but it's still not worth it. I'd rather just deal more damage. I'm getting shield. Their attacks, like, they're strengthened, but they're attacking for 2 still, so I don't expect that much. The worst thing is just they're going to get rid of some of the curses from the deck, but oh well. So we use the top of Scurry as a default attack 4, targeting the adjacent guard. Okay, 6, not bad. Down to 3. We take 1 damage from the Retaliate, which unfortunately does break our regen, but that was most likely getting broken this turn anyway. Then we use the bottom Perverse Edge, gain 1 experience, and create ice. I guess the ice doesn't matter anymore because we lost our consumer. So we can actually kill this one here. With an attack 1, why not? I mean, stunning this one isn't any better. Because we have range 3 now, so we could stun this one, but I mean, killing 1 or stunning 1 is exactly the same, except just in the future we don't have to worry about this. We don't have such easy splash damage with the Cragheart anymore. I guess we can. If we stun this one, yeah, we can. If we stun this one, then we can have 2 go 1, 2, 3, and we can choose. We can have it go here, and then we can have this one go here. And the next turn, the Cragheart can Massive Boulder, hitting this one. Yeah, so that is actually better. It is better to let this one die to a Massive Boulder rather than waste our attack and get 1 more damage. I mean, I guess actually, no, it doesn't change anything, because then we get the 1 damage from Massive Boulder here. So no, it's still just better to kill one, I think. I mean, I guess it leaves more enemies clumped up, though, potentially. It depends if this one moves up or not. I don't know that it actually changes much. No, it does, because then we can hit this one, and this one will be back here. Okay, okay. So, all that decision for how we're dealing 1 damage, or all that consideration, we are attacking guard number 3 in the end. Ooh, 2 damage. Now we're talking. Is this a replay of this scenario, this campaign? Did you get the chest already? We have not. This is not a replay. This is the first time we've done this scenario. I didn't believe that I had any chance of getting a chest while trying to complete this scenario on +3 difficulty, but in the end, now I actually am hoping to try to get to it. Yes, because I would certainly like it. All right. So we're done, and that one is stunned. So the Diviner's up next, so we're going to teleport to, we can go to here or here. Here is probably better because we can put things into rifts next to us rather than ourselves being on a rift. With the Indignant Mindthief, I don't know, that's rough, right? The Mindthief is the only one with jump, but the Diviner can teleport through. It's tough. The Mindthief is the best candidate for going and getting it because she can just go in and grab it with her cloak. It would suck so badly if I avoided picking up all these coins and I end up having to do it the Mindthief, but we'll see. All right, so we move there, and then we use the top of Protective Aura, gain 1 experience, and create light. Doing shield 2, affect all allies within range 2. Okay, so like I said, so hold on, this one actually goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So it doesn't quite work out. Oh well, none of it ended up being the same, so. And it was better since we got a crit. 1, 2, 3. So I can have this here or here. I'd rather have it here, and then this one will go here. Yep. So they're all strengthened. So you're losing this, this, and this. So we're going to have 2 and 4, which both make strengthened attacks on the Mindthief. They're attacking for 2. I hate to see it, but no damage. No damage. All right. I mean, we only lost 1 curse. I kind of expected worse than that, and we still didn't take any damage, which is nice as well, because we had 2 shield, and both these ended up being attack 2s. Okay, so then it's the Cragheart's turn. So we're going to begin by using the top of Heaving Swing as an attack 3, push 1, targeting number 5. We will be using the push. All right, so 4 damage plus 3 from the trap down to 1. Oh, so many enemies at 1 life, huh? That's brutal. Okay. And then we use the bottom of Earthing Claw to do a heal 2 on the Diviner. Because we're at full. Diviner could use a little bit of health. Why not? So how are we doing this then? I mean, we do really want to Massive Boulder this one because that kills this one for us, which is pretty important. I mean, I guess it's this and Massive Boulder. What about Dirt Nado? If we go here, we Dirt Nado here, and models the Mindthief, which is a little bit annoying. But then we also get our free attack here. The annoying thing is having the retaliates, right? And not necessarily kills. No, Massive Boulder's just better, I think. It's just a safer kill on the other target. We don't have to deal with retaliates, and we can still kill this extra one with just the extra charge from this. It doesn't really change much. It's like a little bit less splash, but it's like more damage here, less damage here and here, but the less damage here doesn't matter, so more damage here is safer, and it's a safer attack here, because, well, yeah, we do have a -2 in our deck, and it's disadvantage, so, yep. Was it still in our deck? It is, yes. Yeah, definitely the safer line. Okay, Mindthief playing these 2 cards. I don't know what we'll do with them, but no reason to short rest early, and we definitely prefer to go early with where we are at. And I think we're just going to play these 2 cards. Would we rather go late or early ourselves? Going early ourselves gives us the possibility. No, we don't want to punch. We're always using this top. We did everything just specifically to do this. So we're always using this bottom. In that case, I think it is actually better to use to go late, because then we can maybe swap one of these in here, but later, so that it doesn't do anything after getting swapped. Range attacks. It's the first time they've actually done this scenario. All right, so Mindthief is up first. So we're going to take some attacks on the Mindthief here. They've got curses in their deck. We don't have cards in our hand, though, so it's not without risk. And we take 1 damage from the splash, normally. We could not get strengthened first and move away. Yeah, that's actually probably better. I think that's safer. All right, so we're going to use the top of Silent Scream as an attack 4 here. I mean, this kills if it doesn't miss, so I think that's worth it. So attacking guard number 6 with the top of Silent Scream is a default attack 4. All right, did it. There were no guards to spawn. This one is summoned. Counter goes up 1, though. Okay, and then we use the bottom of Empathetic Assault. I know the ordering seems weird here, but this was, I think, correct. To move 2, I'm gonna move to here. That is where Cragheart wanted to go. We can move down here. How many of them hit us if we do that? I guess these die. So Cragheart is moving there, right? Hitting this one, which kills this one. Doesn't probably kill this one. Presumably, hopefully killing this one. And these are reaching the reaching someone anyway. So yeah, I guess going down here is better because then it doesn't block the Cragheart's ideal spot. I mean, I guess the Cragheart can do the same thing from here. But oh, the downside of Mindthief going here is we take 1 splash from this one. Yeah, I think it's fine for us to go here. Doesn't change much. It's better to be outside, I think, than inside at this point. All right, so we move there, which heals us, and we get strengthened. I think we should be okay. All right, so then we're up on the Cragheart, so we gain 1 experience before we move 2. Sucks that our Retaliate doesn't give us a guarantee here, because if we somehow fail to kill this, but... So we move there, gain 1 experience, and we use the top of Massive Boulder, so we gain 1 more experience by the last charge of backup ammo going off. So we get an additional target. So we do attack 3, range 3, all allies and enemies adjacent to the target suffer 1 damage on 2 targets. We will attack guard number 2 and guard number 5. We'll do 2 first, +1. Oh, God. Would have been better here, but oh well. I guess it's fine. I guess if the next one's a miss, I'll be happy that I did do it here. Well, yeah, I will. Because yeah, all right, so we just do 1 damage here, which sucks a bit. But our splash does kill this one. I should stop putting these down here. Another killed. And then we make our disadvantaged attack here. Oh, God. No, it doesn't change anything. Oh, yeah, it was the worst ordering. What on earth? Honestly? Honestly? That is awful. -2 and miss on the top of our deck there. I mean, not on the top, but back to back. All right, so we do no damage here either. It is really one of those days. We have had some really unfortunate luck today. We still have a decent chance to win, but hey, Themris. Ideal pop in there. Perfect timing. All right. Yeah, and we take our 1 retaliate, correct. Which is annoying and breaks our regen. Man, that is just obnoxious. All right, well, the guards go. This is going to be much worse now. So 2 movement. I mean, this one can't hit anything because this one would have just taken this spot. So 1. I mean, I guess so. Where is it attacking from? So what is its focus? So 1, 2, 3 to here, or here. I mean, these are all the same, but here it can attack anyone. I mean, whatever. It's going to this spot no matter what. Because it has 2 movement and 2 range, so it doesn't attack anything. Number 2 will attack the Cragheart. All right. Number 3. Wait, did we? No, we didn't spawn one this round. We forgot. Oh no, hold on. Was it this round we just? No, it was this round we just killed 2 of them. Yeah. So no, there were none to spawn this round. That's why. 2. Oh, you were thinking maybe we did Dirk. I gotcha. But no. No, Stemrus, I did not. But I heard that it was better than better than expected, which is good news. But it's still a long way from something I'm concerned with. Even if I'm happy to hear that it turned out to be better than we were afraid that it would be. So that's good because it's promising for the future. But again, even if I'm excited for the future, it's still like a distant future, so it's not a super big deal right now. All right, so this one I haven't moved yet, right? It has 2 movement. One doesn't get any closer than that. This one moves 1 away. If only we could just convince you to stay adjacent. Just hang out there. That'll be fine. You won't get retaliated. And attacks the Cragheart. +1, so 4 damage to the Cragheart. All right. Years away? Yeah, maybe. Very possibly. Okay, so Diviner's up now. Well, I guess Peer into Battle is gonna... Oh no, it's not this bottom we're doing. So that top now isn't great. It hits 2 targets. No, that's for sure true as well. Um, yeah, we should use this top. We're gonna consume light, gain 1 experience, and we get to stack the top 5 of someone's deck. How important is the Mindthief deck stacking here? We've strengthened, so it does give us some nice control. Yeah, they're making it moddable, but I still think it's not going to. I mean, like importing custom classes into TTS is just so easy, is I think what Demers is talking about. It does seem like they're setting up a decent framework for modding, but still like modding a PC game versus modding like just importing a couple assets. Yeah. Um, so whose deck matters more? Oh, Cragheart's getting reshuffled, and we don't care about ours. So actually, it's always the Mindthieves. All right, look at the top 5 cards here. Not super exciting. So we have Strengthen, so it's better to get rid of the -1 immediately with that. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. See you, Temris. We don't have ice anymore. We don't have our big attack anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we could go here and do like double pushy. Or even just do 1 pushy. I guess we're doing, yeah, a pushy always. So we should put these 2 on top. And then I guess we get to see the order. Yeah, we'll leave them like this. And then after that, like this, get the +1 as soon as possible is good, certainly. And then more significantly, we're most likely getting a +1 because we'll probably get strengthened again. And then after that, putting a +0 with the next card guarantees that, again, if we're strengthened, no matter what I mean, I guess no matter what, we're always getting at least +0 afterwards. But I think like this makes sense. All right. And then we use the bottom here. We can teleport to any hex an enemy occupies within 5 hexes of you and simultaneously teleport the enemy to the hex you occupy. I mean, it gives us 1 experience, which is kind of nice. Man, this being over there is annoying. What is Craggy doing? Oh, we don't have Earth, but we can actually pop an Earth potion. We can go at 13 earlier, 13. So that gives us decent. Because it's pretty good to hit all of these. We'd have to go before the Mindthief. Mindthief can go at 27 with the push, though, so that works as well. So then we just have to be killing this one ourselves. We don't really want to have to move next turn, though. Because we'd like to do our... Oh, no, but if we need to go at 13... It doesn't change too much. But I guess being here is still good, because then we can still shield, like, the Mindthief. If the Mindthief goes here. But the Mindthief goes here, it doesn't get to push, so that kind of sucks. So we can actually just default move to here. I think it's actually the best thing to do. So yeah, let's do that. So let's just go to there. Doing the bottom of this as a default move. Not giving us experience, which is unfortunate, but so be it. All right, and that's the end of the round. So us, we're definitely short resting. Us, we're short resting and not bringing back Mind's Weakness this time. All right, that's fine. Play our worst card. I think at this point we just have to accept to lose this. We need our good initiative here, and we need also our arm before move. Now that there aren't that many enemies left, I'm not sure that we really care that much about having the multiple disarm rifts. All right, we don't have an infinite amount of time left. We got 3 cards lost, 3 cards lost, 3 cards lost. Okay. So, like I said, we're going to do Unstable Upheaval for initiative, and we're going to do Dirt Tornado. So we're going to go at 13 as well and shield both of our allies. And do something for a bottom. This bottom's pretty good. I guess we don't even need to shield our allies. We can even just like punch and like do just multiple attacks. We could even do disarmy thing instead. Then we take one retaliate when punching, but I think it's actually fine. This actually works well because by immobilizing these two, since the Mindthief pushes one and presumably this one dies, this actually works great. None of them should attack, or we can even do one of the attacks here as well to potentially finish that one off. Yeah, that seems really good. All right, so the Mindthief still has strength in this round, so we don't need to use empathetic assault yet. We do want to use this. We want to go after our allies. We can't go before 13. Honestly, we can just use Scurry. I don't really care about that, and I'd rather keep like the Invis, maybe. Scurry would be good for a lot of movement, but we don't need to move that much just yet. We still got a lot of enemies to deal with over here. And we can't go before their... we could go before their 15s even. But I'm not sure I really care so much about that. Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I don't care so much about the Invis, honestly. Like, there aren't going to be that many enemies left, and like, we can CC them and stuff. This actually makes sense. All right, let's go. Yep, happy I did this. Just one more damage, but every point counts. Okay, so we've got a guard spawn. Oops. So 10. So these 5 die, we win. All right, so we've got it pretty easily from here in terms of winning, but we still would maybe like to try to go get the chest. We'll see. All right, so first up is the Diviner. So we're going to pop our mana potion and create Earth. That's a given. We're going to use the top of Protective Aura as a default attack 2, targeting guard number 2 here. Who knows, maybe we get a +1, don't take Retaliate. Nice. Ooh, that's actually not bad. So first of all, we do 3 damage to this guard. So guard down. Then we also get a heal 2 on any ally, right? Yep, heal 2 any ally. And we'll do that on the Cragheart, who's missing the most health. Beautiful. First time it's actually been nice, but still. Okay. And then we're going to use the bottom of Void Snare, gain 1 experience. So we don't actually need to hit this one this turn. I mean, hitting any of them doesn't really matter, but I guess hitting this one, again, just we're doing an attack 1 here, so this is as good of a chance as any to finish this one off. Because it doesn't matter that we immobilize these since they're not moving. So yeah, we'll hit guard number 5, and I guess guard number 1, because this one's going to be the one that takes the most damage. So we'll do 5 and then 1 in that order. Okay, so 1 damage and 2 damage. Ooh, perfect ordering. Is this real life? So that goes there. And we did here, 2 damage down to 10. It's immobilized, but I'm not going to bother because, again, they're not moving this turn. This round. All right, so then it is old Craggy's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Unstable Upheaval as a default move. No, we're not going to do that. We're first going to use the top of Dirt Tornado, Consuming Earth, gaining 1 experience. Oh, counter +1. Good call. Yep, thank you. Good catch. So we're going to hit both of these. So it's 1, 2, expand. So doing 1 and then 3 in that order. Each of these are attack 2 muddles. Okay, so 3 damage and 2 damage. Down to 7. And down to 8. Not bothering to place the muddles since they're not attacking. Then we're going to use the bottom of Unstable Upheaval as a default move too. It's pretty safe to move up to here, I think. Again, they reshuffle, so at this point we can get punished for moving up to here. Hold on though. Would I rather... Never mind, I'd rather go get this other coin back here. I've got to move 4 next turn anyway with Explosive Punch. So yeah, let's just grab all the coins. This does give us our battle goal, but it's also just about greed at this point, let's be honest. So default move 2 with Unstable Upheaval. And we're done. So then we go on the Mindthief. So we're going to use the bottom of Into the Night as a default move 2. Going to here. We're going to use the top of Fearsome Blade, gaining 1 experience. We'll do an attack 4. We didn't need the +1 in the end. Ends up being a little bit overkill, but we can't make it to hit the other one, which would be better. Yeah, because we only have 2 movement, and we don't have our boots. All right, yep. So we just go to here, and we do an attack 2, 4, using the push. So we flip a +1 and a -1, but we have advantage. So we get the +1. So 4 becomes 5, and then it goes into the thorns. Man, these thorns have done so much damage, and dies. Oops. Oh, whatever. And we lose our strength then. Okay. And we're done, and then the guards go, and they do some shielding, retaliating nonsense. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna move and attack. We probably want to start teleporting, and we can actually Yeah, I think, well, at the same time, I kind of just want to move 2 because it gets me a coin, lets me push him into the thorns. So what if we just do that? So we save the teleport, and I guess I'd rather save this because actually I'll create light here, and then I can do some deck stacking afterwards. This makes sense. All right. So what is the Mindthief up to then? So this takes presumably 6 damage. So I mean, the Mindthief should easily be able to kill. Do we want a lot of movement then, or a little movement? I guess we want a little movement because even if it survives somehow in here, we can just move up to there and attack it, which avoids coins, strengthens us. The healing doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess, or we can just even go to here and hit it before she does. That leads to us taking 1 retaliate, but that's okay. We're gonna long rest soon anyway, because we'd like to get our boots back. So I guess I'd like to have as much movement as possible afterwards, so I'll just use this here. So then I can just like run a ton. Oh god, am I really gonna fail my 2 checkmark battle goal for the chest? Can anyone else possibly get the chest? The diviner, let's see. So the chest I believe is here, here, or here. It's gonna be, or maybe here. I mean, it's in one of the back 5 spots. So the diviner's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, teleports in. Can't make it that turn, so we'd need 1 more turn still. Cragheart, I don't think we have Crater as big movement actually, so it's not sure we have nothing. Crater's our only big move, right? We've got a long ways to go to get up there. But maybe it is the Craggy. So Crater's a move 4 jump plus boots. So if we're here, 1, 2. Yeah, that does get us to the chest no matter where it is the turn we go in. So we just have to make it all the way up there. So I guess we don't care about having that much movement because it's not the Mindthief who needs to worry about going up there. So if anything, I'd actually rather keep the stun then for next turn. Um, So I don't actually want to get hit by the poison thing. So here I actually do want to go at 20. Because I'm like, we're just going to have to keep one of these alive. We're not going to be able to kill all of them. Well, I guess the sooner I open the door on the Mindthief, the sooner they stop spawning. So never mind. No, that is a good justification for trying to move a bunch. Because we can just go open the door and go invisible, even if we're not the one to grab the chest. All right, here goes. So we're up first on the Mindthief. We use the bottom of Empathetic Assault. Move 2 to here, strengthen ourselves. Heal 2, but doesn't matter. Use the top porous edge as a default attack 4. I guess I didn't need to strengthen myself, but it doesn't change anything. I mean, I get it for next turn as well. So I add my 4 does 5, which puts you down to 3. There's a guaranteed kill now, which is nice. And I take 1 retaliate down to 7. Oh, crap. I'm going to use my Boots of Speed on the Diviner. This is kind of obvious. Yeah. I'm going to use my Boots of Speed on the Diviner to go at 29. Again, there's no new information because I already knew my modifier deck flips here. Oops. Did I forget to flip 2 cards here? Yes, I did. All right. So we're going to be at 29, not 39. Because I'm going to long rest anyway, so it doesn't really cost me anything. And this way we get a guaranteed kill. Because I knew this would happen. All right, so next up is the Cragheart at 28. So I actually don't want to attack with the Cragheart because I want her to be able to attack so that I get light so that I can do a 5 deck stack rather than a 3 deck stack and gain 1 experience. So we're going to use the bottom of Explosive Punch as a move 4, plus use our Boots of Striding for a total of 6. 1, 2, 3. No, actually we don't need 6. We just need 4. So we can save our Boots of Striding. Although we're going to long rest anyway, but still, 4 is enough. We get to that coin. 2 more movement doesn't change anything. The Diviner wants to go to here, so this makes sense. We move to there, and again, I'm not even going to default attack with Crater. The push gets a guaranteed kill because this thing has 3 health left. Did I? No, I forgot to spawn 1 this turn. There we go. Okay, so then the Diviner goes at 29, so we're going to use the bottom of Call of the Nether as a default move 2, going to here. And then we're going to use the top of Duality Shards. We will be using the push. We create light. It's a disadvantaged attack 3. Doesn't really matter if we miss or anything. All right, well, in the end, the push doesn't matter either. We kill the guard where it stands, doing 3 on our attack, putting this up to 14. And then the guards go. They have +1 movement, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't get any closer than that. All right. Just blow my nose quickly. All right, back.
Sorry about that. I mean, do I need a long rest on the Cragheart here? I think it's actually probably better not. It does heal us. But we've also got. No, we've only got bottom healing at this point. I mean, I don't want to kill any of these, so damaging them isn't good at this point. See, seeing them is good, but I need Earth first. I mean, anyway, these two things are what the Mindthief is doing. Always here. Does that actually open the door this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Invis? Yeah, it does. We can stop the spawns. And then we long rest, invis on the door. Yeah, that works. And the Diviner is deck stacking and teleporting. Probably better to go later as well. Actually, no, it doesn't matter because they can come and hit us. So it doesn't really change anything. So if anything, it's actually better to go early because we can like teleport away from them or something. So Crag. God, if only we had Rock Slide. Story of the Cragheart's life. Um, I think I will just short rest because I don't get my boots back. I kind of wanted that card because it is actually a way of CCing them. But I can't run the risk of losing Crater at this point since that's the way that I'm going to go get the chest. And I also just kind of like need all my big movement cards. So I guess I do want to damage them still because I need to be moving. Like we do need to get one of them lower. So what if we use this? How much movement do we actually need to make it to be able to do our Crater thing? So let's see. If we do move 4 this turn, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 actually does it. But we won't have a second move 4 because I guess then I just don't use Massive Boulder. That's certainly an option. And then Heaving Swing pushes this one into an obstacle. That's not bad. And it is before they can move. All right, yeah, this works. Then we use Massive Boulder to move, so we can get a chest in 3 turns. So we do, yes, we do want to do some damage then. All right, this works. So we don't really need to stop the spawns then, huh? So we could actually just have the Mindthief attack and then go up. Yeah, we'll see. I think this is fine. All right, let's do it up. Sure, that's actually perfectly fine. So there's another guard that spawns. Guards do nothing. Oh, they shield and retaliate. So then we're up on the Mindthief. Yeah, I definitely don't want to attack them with the Mindthief, so I think I will just open the door. So let's go use the bottom. Let's use the bottom feedback loop as a move 4 jump. Lose our strength in here because we're certainly not attacking anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we could attack this one, but it's just not worth it. We would take more damage than we would deal. And we use the top of Scurry as a move 3. 1, 2, 3 to there. All right. Is the drop height too high? No, it's not. Okay, so this room also has some coins. Interesting. Not the best time to be indigent, huh? And we have 1 elite archer, 1 regular shaman in this room. Oops, we did it the wrong way. God, we always confuse the two of them, huh? All right. And the chest is here. Yeah, it's honestly not the spot I would have expected the most. So I didn't even grab out the chest because I never thought I would get it. In the end, it looks like I'm going to be able to get it. Like, it just made sense to me that it would be like here, here, here. Just kind of asymmetrical. Well, I mean, it was always asymmetrical, except here. But also, like, being in a corner. Here, it's like not quite in a corner. It's kind of further away, but not really. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see what you clowns are up to. Some stuff? Sure. Definitely going invis. See ya. Alright. So then it is the Cragheart's turn. So we're going to use the bottom of Explosive Punch as a move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to attack guard number 4 here using the top of Heaving Swing as an attack 3. We will be using the push. +1. So 4, but it has 1 shield, so 3, and then takes 2 more when it goes into the obstacle, so 5, down to 7. Obstacle's gone. And we get 1 experience. Nice. Yeah, 12, 12, 7. Some good XP gain. All right, so the archers go. So the archer is elite, has 3 movement and -1 range, so 3 movement, 3 range. Well, it actually can't move up. It has no spot that it can find focus from, but it can get closer. No, it has no viable path to a spot, so it doesn't move. Okay, so then we're up on the diviner. So we're going to do the bottom of the teleporty thing, I guess. I mean, whatever. We're going to use the top of Peer into Battle, consume the light, and gain 1 experience. So whose deck do we care to stack here? So the Cragheart is using a move 4 next turn, right? We have to, unless this one moves out of the way. No, we always have to do a move 4. So we're always using the bottom massive boulder. So what are we attacking with? And we can't use Crater either. I mean, I guess we could use Crater. We could just short rest to get it back. Because we want to weaken this one then, because this is going to be our 15th kill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Crater gets us to the chest. So we have to use Massive Boulder, and we have to move next turn. We have to have Crater afterwards. But again, it doesn't matter so much that we have Crater, like that we haven't played Crater. So we could play Crater this coming turn. That gives us bad initiative though. I guess it's just better to look at the Mindthief. I mean, at the same time, we already know the flip of the Mindthief, so at that point we're just trying to make it better. We do have a reasonable chance going 4 cards deep of finding a crit, which will allow the Mindthief to just like one shot though. That is the best justification. Then the Cragheart doesn't have to care that he doesn't get to attack. That's tough. Yeah, I think I'd rather take a look at the Mindthief's deck. Also, the Mindthief is just going to come back to here. So let's do that. We're going to look at the top 5 cards of the Mindthief's deck and put them back in any order. All right, well, we found the crit. That's nice. So how do we actually want to do this? Blunt Force one-shot? We would need the Earth first. It's true if we found the crit, we could have tried to set up a Blunt Force one-shot, which would have been pretty hilarious. But no. All right, anyway, so if we long rest this turn with the Mindthief, which I think we should do because we just block the door with Invis, it's good. Cragheart's going late anyway, which actually works. So I think we can just put the crit on top. Yeah. Yeah, better just have the crit. Probably not the crit and the +2 because we'll probably get strengthened at some point. Oh, maybe we don't. I mean, this way we don't have to get strengthened. We actually know that we don't have to get strengthened, which is good, which we don't really need because we'll be at full health anyway. So yeah, let's do it like this. Beautiful. And these go there. And that's that. And then we use the bottom of this. We're just going to go to here, no matter what. Definitely worth picking up coins while we can. All right, Shaman goes, -1 movement. So 2. No, it's a regular Shaman. So 1 movement. Yep. No path that it can go. Does add a bless into their deck. Their second bless. A bit scary. Not that much. We've got the helms, but. All right, so Mindthief Long Rest makes sense. We don't want to kill anything this turn anyway. The Mindthief is very prone to killing things. We actually do want to go late because we don't want to get attacked by the ranged enemies in the coming room by moving up. So, but I mean, because we know we have the crit coming, we don't actually need to use Crater to attack. We can just use Blunt Force to attack to gain 1 experience, or Unstable Upheaval to attack to gain 1 experience. No, we'd like Unstable Upheaval for the turn we go in for the experience. I mean, for the good initiative to make sure we get the chest. So we'll just do this. We don't have to attack with it. We'll see. I think we will just short rest at this point. Yeah, that's fine. Just to be able to gain more experience, to be active, stuff like that. So yeah, the best way to get experience, I think, is just to do this plus this. This gives us experience top, experience bottom. I don't know what we'll end up doing this to, but we can like stun this one or something, immobilize him as well. Again, at this point, it's really just about experience for us. We don't have much else to look for. We could do like teleport 4, 1, 2, 3, short rest. No, still not even. No. So yeah, just maximizing for experience here. Okay, so here goes. So Shaman's up first. Again, cannot find focus because of the invis blocking the doorway. Then the Diviner goes. So yeah, I'm just going to stun the guard next to me. So I'm going to use the top of dimensional transfer. So I'm going to gain 2 experience here. I'm going to do both of these. So use the top of dimensional transfer and stun and invis the guard adjacent to me, because he's going to go after, so he'll break out. That's fine. And then we're going to use the bottom of Void Snare to do an attack 1, range 3, target 2, immobilize. We've only got 1 target. We're going to target guard number 6. Again, this is just for experience that we're making this attack. There we go. Down to 10. I'm not going to place the immobilize because it's just going to attack the Cragheart without moving. Okay, so guards go. 3 movement. Ah, that is actually annoying. So we don't get to it next turn. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, we already flipped. We actually needed to... No, we actually couldn't make it to this one. We should have teleported up so that it would have just hit us. Oh, that's annoying. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. So we have to wait 1 more turn now. Oh, well, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's still annoying. Just adding 1 turn for nothing. Just being careless. So this goes here. They both attack the Cragheart. Their attacks are for 3 each. Cragheart is at, well, only 11. All right. Curse and bless. We have a helmet, so the bless is just a +0, so we just take 3 damage. Down to 8. All right. Archer goes. Hits no one. Cragheart goes. Well, this one loses this as well. So we always need more time. There's no way around this now. There's nothing we can do to fix this. Yep, I mean, our biggest move is move 4 jump. We have no top movement or anything like that. We have no allies who can move us. Don't think I'm going to attack. I want to make sure I don't die. So let's just use the bottom massive boulders and move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, we don't need damage on anything. It doesn't matter. It would just be for 1 experience. Experience does matter on the Cragheart, but I don't want to take too many risks here when this is already kind of going a little bit bad for us. So this has 7 health left. We know we're getting a crit. So we should probably keep Mind's Weakness up. So long rest, refresh this, and choose a card to lose. I will just keep the Mind's Weakness up. 1 extra turn doesn't really mean anything here. So we could actually use Crater this turn to go make it to this coin. But then if we get immobilized by the Shaman, I'm just going to be so pissed. So in fact, Cragheart's just going to play these 2 cards this turn. We'll figure out the order in a second. So the Mindthief has to decide what to do. So we're not doing any looting anytime soon. So all that stuff doesn't matter. Being able to move and stun something is good. I mean, we basically just want to be stunning things, maybe pushing things. This is disarming things. That's all CC. I guess looting things is actually like the last thing we want. It does, by going invis here, we actually stop these things from moving up, but I'm not sure how much that actually matters at this point, because they should still be able to hit the Cragheart no matter what. All right, so yeah, sorry. This is what we're losing then. So, do we have, yeah, so we can actually just disable both of the enemies in this room this turn with the Mindthief by using Empathetic Assault and Perverse Edge. And this goes before the Shaman can go, so that works pretty well. What is the Diviner up to? Again, we just care about experience, so I think we'll just play these 2 cards. I like leveling up my Diviner. All right, here goes. Will Mindthief be able to reach? Yeah, we have our boots anyway. So we're up first with the Mindthief. We're going to gain 3 experience here. We're going to do the bottom of Perverse Edge as an attack 1, range 3 stun. We create ice here always no matter what as well. Targeting the elite archer. Oh no, never mind. First we're going to use, first we're going to do the top of Empathetic Assault as an attack for range 5 disarm. Targeting the regular Shaman. We flip a crit. So our 4 does 8, putting the Shaman down to 2. Now we can actually just kill this. We don't even have to go back to kill this one. and it's disarmed. Then we make our attack with Perverse Edge, flipping a +2, and stunning the archer. Okay. So then it is the Diviner's turn. I wanted experience on bottom and experience on top, but then I get attacked by this. I guess that's probably okay. So we're always using the top of Protective Aura. That's a given. Gain 1 experience and create light. So we could just move. If we swap positions with any of these, one of them always hits us. If we like, we can swap with this, or we can swap with one of them. Doesn't really change much though. We always get hit by something. Unless we just do a default move too. I guess not dying is important. It's just 1 experience. All right, let's actually take a look at the experience math quickly to see if it could matter, because then I might regret. But 1 experience has mattered before. So we're at 11. We're playing on 4, which is really 3. So we're gaining 10, so 21. So 41, we're still 9 away. It's not even close. No. What if the scenario gives 5 experience? Then we would be 4 away here. So it actually could matter. All right, whatever. Let's take the hit. So we'll use the bottom of Call of the Nether, and we'll just swap positions with you, gaining 1 more experience. Why not? I think we're probably still pretty safe. So then the Cragheart goes. We're going to... Yeah, I mean, do we want to be that... I know, but we actually can't attack anyone with this. So, yeah. That's actually a reason... Never mind. So I'm actually going to swap instead of with you. Well, I mean, I guess I can do 1, 2, and just still hit this one. Sure. Who cares? The Diviner gets muddled. All right. So we'll use the top of Dirt Tornado, doing range 1, 2, and then expanding like this. So we do muddle the Diviner, but we also are going to hit this guard down here and muddle. Can't kill it, so we're safe. All right. So this just does 1 damage to this guard, down to 6. Muddling it just reduces damage to the Diviner, which is nice. Especially because the Diviner actually can get crit since she doesn't have the helmet. And then we use the bottom of Unstable Upheaval's default move 2, going just to there. All right, the guards go. So this one makes a muddled attack poison on the Diviner. Good muddle. Whew. All right, so this is normally a 3, so 2 damage because of the -1, and the Diviner is poisoned. And it says shield, that doesn't matter. The Archer and Shaman. Also, the Archer is stunned. The Shaman is disarmed, so the Shaman has 1 movement, so it does actually move up 1. Okay. That's the end of that round. So we short rest. So we want what? Want this for a top and this for a bottom. This gives us 2 experience on bottom since we have light, and this gives us 1 experience on top. So those are the cards we want most. This can't give us any experience. Otherwise it doesn't matter. So we don't want to lose this because this gives experience either way. Yeah. I mean, we're pretty much okay in general, I guess. It's just, I mean, this card is the one. I mean, these 2 are what ones we really want. So we're pretty much always re-rolling here if we get one of those 2. Yep. So we'll re-roll. So now we have only a 1 and 3. Ouch. Not even a 1 and 3, right? That's the Monty Hall problem. All right. So we can never gain more than 2 experience here. I think that actually sucks, right? It was 3 experience we needed to gain. Yeah, it was 3. Oh my god, that's brutal. God, if the scenario goes 5 experience and we end up 1 experience short because of that reroll into reroll, that'll just be like the capstone on our bad luck here. So what do we actually want to do? Probably just these 2, I guess. I mean, it's all the same. Yeah, these 2. Sure. So the Cragheart needs a short rest. We kept Crate in our hands, so we're safe. This actually can't attack, but the Mindthief is the one who kills, right? Actually, the Mindthief can't. Yeah, we can move, jump, go early. If we get disarmed. Yeah, there's some risk. Anyway, I mean, we lose this regardless. So the Cragheart can do a ranged attack to get a guaranteed kill, but then we don't have necessarily the best initiative. Not a guaranteed kill, I guess, but the Mindthief short rest now. No, this should be fine. So we move jump. We're making an attack 4. Only a miss fails to. Oh no, we can't miss. We know that. So the only. So actually no, never mind. We do short rest on the Mindthief as well. Yep. There's no reason to be stupid here. Then we can't possibly lose. All right. No, we pay 1 life. We reroll. We lose this. So the reason for this is by having this at 8 initiative. There we go. Oops. We guaranteed go before the shaman. We can't get dicked by the shaman flipping an immobilize or a disarm. We know that we have a +1 on the top of our deck, so we just do this move 4 jump, and we go next to the shaman and attack the shaman with our default attack on top, and this gets us a guaranteed kill. I guess we should have actually brought this back. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it actually does. We should have brought that back with a short rest there because we have 1 more card in our hand to lose, although I don't think that's going to matter either. Okay, so in that case, we can just go with very good initiative. No, in that case, we can do something that gives us experience on top, but that's not really possible. Yeah, that's actually not possible at all to gain experience for the Cragheart on top here. Yep, not possible. So we're always playing Crater. The initiative, I guess, doesn't. I mean, better just do it early, I suppose, because it changes nothing either way. Attacking an enemy doesn't matter. We know we have the kill because of the deck stacking. All right, so we'll just go do this as early as possible just to get it over with. All right. Ah, they were going to mobilize too. Definitely we made the right choice then. So, Mindthief's up first. We do a move 4 jump with feedback loop. We had to do jump because I think these traps stun or disarm. Oh no, they're actually just damage, so we could actually just walk through them. But 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, I guess, just to tank for the Cragheart because that's the kind of Mindthief we are. And then we use the top of Perverse Edge. We could use it for loss, but it still doesn't give any experience because the target doesn't have any conditions. So we'll attack the regular Shaman here. It doesn't end immediately, I believe, right? No. All right. So we'll attack the regular Shaman with the top default +1, so 4 is 5. We kill the Shaman. Drops a coin, that puts us up to 15, which is a win. Alright, so Shaman was eliminated. And then it is the Diviner who goes. We're going to use this top here, which gives us 1 experience, this bottom here, which gives us 1 experience. We'll attack and immobilize these 2 over there so they can't come hit us. No reason to use the goggles, it really doesn't matter. Alright, they're both immobilized, which again means that we will not get attacked by either of them. Okay, Cragheart goes. We use the bottom of Crater. This gives us 1 experience for playing a move 4 jump loss, plus our Boots of Striding to get 6. We'll heal for 3 just to be safe. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the chest. Mindthief actually takes 1 damage. The Cragheart ends the scenario the way it finished it. I'm not sure. For some reason, I believe that there was, but I'm not actually sure that there is now. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe on one of the personal quests was where it was from, but I'm still not even 100% positive on that. Oh well. All right. So the archer goes, attacks the Mindthief. We'll move away first. Sure. Why not? We get wound, but again, this doesn't matter. Even if it hit me, I have cards to lose in the hand. That doesn't matter. And then we've got this guard. Oh, those were actually supposed to be muddled attacks on those 2. So I should have flipped 2 more and had the worst outcomes. But again, this also just doesn't matter. Guard attacks the diviner. We'll just lose a card from hand just to be so I don't even have to deal with how much damage it would deal. Okay, and we successfully completed the scenario. We also got the chest, so we'll be spoiling chest number 65. Fair warning. So it's here, which gives us Horned Helm Design, which is good because this is a nice item. Definitely happy to have gotten it. And successfully completed the scenario. Pretty great overall. Like I said, not an easy scenario. I'm impressed that we were able to do it this handily. The diviner's riffs made a big difference. There can be no doubt about that. Just got back from making me some food. So you got the chest after all. Beat the scenario pretty easily and got the chest. It was nice. I mean, like I said, I never expected it to be this easy playing on +3 difficulty, but the diviner really, I mean, like the disarm riffs made an enormous difference for the scenario. There can be No doubt about that. All right, so we unlock the diamond mine. We already had the Gloomhaven warehouse unlocked. Which goes here. We'll check this off. All right, and what do we get? We get Jixera's plans. Already got that. All right, easy peasy. And then we gain 15 gold each and 1 prosperity. Scenario 66 end early. What now? Oh. We don't actually have 66. Or was that a reference to something else? Oh, the end early. Gotcha. Scenario. Okay, thank you. I understand now. Where would you put the diviner in terms of power level so far? That's really difficult to gauge. The problem is the diviner, like some other classes in the game, is very party dependent, I think. The diviner wants a couple things, I would say, in general. The diviner appreciates having some sort of a front line, although we saw in this scenario that I don't even think that's that necessary. I mean, Marcel said the diviner likes to have a tank. I think it is true to some extent that the diviner likes to have, not necessarily a tank, but a tankier character in the party. It's definitely good for the diviner. So that's like one positive. But again, here you saw like the Cragheart stayed in the back regenning for a while, and we still managed to use the rifts and the Mindthief and invisibility and stuff like this to not take damage. So I don't think that's obligatory. The Diviner definitely wants a larger party more than a smaller party. The Diviner doesn't do that much damage. Does okay damage at level 1. It's kind of like a little bit more medium as you level. Definitely gets better later on, I would say. So I think you kind of like go through a valley and then back up. So obviously a larger party is better because in a 2-player party, you're going to have to do default attacks a lot more than you'd like to. So like that's a consideration as well. Also just wants damage dealers in the party. Like I don't think you would want to play the Diviner in a party with like tanky character and another support or something like that. I think then the Diviner would be quite weak. But as like a solo support in the party, I think the Diviner is quite good. So where would I put it in terms of power? All right. I think, well, certainly behind the Mind Thief. Mind Thief is definitely the most powerful of the starting 7. Uh, yeah, maybe comparable with the Cragheart, I think is a fair placement. I would say that's pretty fair. And they also kind of function somewhat similarly with like their battlefield manipulation, which I consider to be one of the stronger things with the Diviner, obviously with the Disarm Rift. So yeah, I would say about the power level of the Cragheart on average, with maybe a little bit more party requirement than the Cragheart has. All right, so we did the 1 prosperity, I think. Yes, we did, because it's 4 now. We had 5 before, and we gained 15 gold each, which is nice. So the coins were worth 3 each. So we had 9, so we gained a total of, hold on, I gotta fix my mouse pad. 24 gold here. Okay, and as far as experience, so it wasn't 5 experience, so that's okay. We gained 14 here, plus the 10, so we gained 24 experience total. 24 gold, 24 experience, nice. Okay, and sadly did not get any check marks there. We did get our check marks here, and we did get our check marks here. All right. Let's put all these away. So here, quite the haul. So 15, 18 gold total. So this gives us 33. Oops, I was doing right clicks. Hold on. We were at 73 to start, right? Yeah. All right. Why did I click that all the way out? I'm just gonna do my enhancement immediately, literally immediately. So I'm down to 6 gold. Mm-hmm. There we go. Yep. Going to exploit these while we can. Boom. This enhancement is so obvious. Curse NATO is a consideration, certainly. It's only 50 more gold than this. Curse NATO might be better even in a 3-player party than this. In a 4-player party, Curse NATO is definitely better. In a 2-player party, this enhancement is definitely better. In a 3-player party, I think it's kind of a toss-up.
to be honest. I found that I end up wanting to cut Dirt Tornado at higher levels as a Cragheart in a 3-player party quite often. So I think this is just a safer enhancement. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's also just not as cheesy as Dirt Tornado, although it is still cheesy because we're exploiting a sort of enhancement dot mistake. All right, so we gained our gold. So as for experience, we gained 23. Yeah, it was 23. And again, we gained just 1 check mark here. It's 2 check marks for the Mindthief. Ooh, nice. That's a perk there. I don't think the dot is a mistake. I think the strength enhancement is a mistake. I don't know. I mean, in the end, kind of yes, because no one's really ever doing fair strength enhancements. Like putting strengthen on a heal that targets an ally. Yeah, exactly. Putting strengthen on a heal that targets an ally isn't good at all because it's like you don't want to use those in combat, and it doesn't really make it worth it. I mean, bless on that one is fine. I would still argue that like if I couldn't put strength in here, I would still put bless here, right? Bless is still a good enhancement here, even if it's not as like stupidly broken as strengthen. So some of these, all right. So yes, I think the level 3 enhancement dot on that retaliate, fair enough. Like if you remove the strength enhancement, that's not a the dot isn't a problem. But the level 1 move heal self being able to put bless there is still, I would say, too good. While certainly not nearly as good as the strengthen, is still like a very obvious enhancement, which is also just very, very good. So I think some of these dots are certainly question mark. So speaking of, we don't, nope, we've got all this stuff out. Beautiful. Okay, and so then over here, we didn't gain any money, but we gained 15 experience, so 25 total. We already gained our level before, so we got 2 perks actually. We go up to 77. Okay, so because we gained a perk from leveling, because we leveled as we went to the scenario, which is why it's checked. We're not level 4 yet, so we level up now, we're in town. So the question is how greedy we want to be with the ignore negative scenario effects perk. Because getting these two together is so nice for us. 2 perks, right? We get a perk from leveling up. We're check marked at level 4, but we gained level 4 as we went to the scenario. So we on our road event we gained experience, and you can't level up this way. Like you have to be in town to level up. So we need pilfer. I don't think we need pilfer. Um, and then we gain 2 check marks from our battle goal. So that's a perk there and a perk from leveling. So yes, 2 perks. So this is a tough call. I think it's better to be greedy. It's like, I mean, I do this next for sure, but I would say it's one out of every 4, 1 out of every 5. There are still a fair amount early in the game, so we're about to run into a couple, which kind of sucks. But this just feels so much better when we're not on those, and there's a decent chance we're going to be not on those a fair amount. So yeah, let's do this. I mean, this is just the best, really just the best. Okay, so we remove 4 plus zeros and 2 plus 1s from our deck. Well, no, this is too greedy. This just makes our deck so punished if we run into the bad scenarios. No, we'll do this. We'll remove the 4 zeros and do this. Still getting plus 1s is fine. More plus 2s in our deck is nice with the Diviner. No. Getting plus 1s is still good enough. This is just too greedy to do this instead of doing this. This is a way we can lose scenarios on plus 3 for sure. Like just getting a bunch of bad draws because we have a 12 card deck and we add 3 curses or 3 -1s or something. It's just insane to do this. I mean, we have a 12 card deck right now, you know. This is such an important perk with how small our deck is. Definitely makes sense to remove the zeros, though, because our deck is overall positive, so this significantly increases our chances of getting positive draws with our deck at this point. It really gives us a twait deck. All right, and so then we get to level up.
All right. So we still, oh no, we bought a bunch of stuff, so we're not even close to having money for enhancements. All right. So level up at 4. Pilfer is a hilariously awesome card. I think this effect is really cool, really thematic, and it's not bad. Like, honestly, it's not a bad card. But Cranium Overload is a very good card. This move 5 with 5 initiative is just beautiful. So even though Pilfer would be fun, we also, again, we don't really have an outlet for money at this point. We're already, like, we're currently blocked on enhancements with Prosperity. Putting Wound on Percentage isn't bad, but again, it's very expensive and not the cost. The effect is not really worth the cost, so the money just isn't worth it. Should have swapped those initiatives, IMO? Yeah, maybe. Although at the same time, the initiative for Cranium Overload is the draw of the card. Pilfer's also, like, Pilfer's a more powerful effect than Cranium Overload move 5, so I'm not actually even sure. Not even sure. I mean, like, Pilfer's a really good effect, right? Gives you a lot of money. I'm not sure that's necessarily the type of effect you want to encourage people, because you got to remember, if this card has 5 initiative, then it's still an attack 4 with 5 initiative, which can also give you a bunch of money with 5 initiative. So, I'm not sure. I mean, this is a move 5 with 5 initiative or an attack 4 with 5 initiative, but that's like less powerful, I think, than that Ludi action. So I'm not sure I would necessarily encourage swapping those two initiatives. I think the level 4 choice like can be difficult for some people, and allowing a lot of extra gold into the game is dangerous. So, well, I guess what's getting out is going to depend on which scenario we're doing next. All right. So let's just delete this scenario quickly. Got all our characters safely away. What perks did I pick? I ended up taking the remove remove 4 zeros and ignore negative scenario effects. I decided that it was just way too greedy to do this, even though this is like very tempting. Having a 12 card deck and getting 3 negative cards added is so bad. When your deck is this small, it's really necessary to do this. I didn't want to lose a scenario just because of greediness, so that's what I did. What is our battle goals in the end? No donations. Kill 15 Vermlings. Haven't seen any Vermlings yet, although still consistently dealing damage to the Mindthief. All right, let's do our city event quickly, and then we'll see. Let's do the city event first. Who knows? Maybe unlocks a snare or something. Okay. Well, actually, yeah, we need to get some good reputation soon. Oh well. So we've got to leave. Oh, I just remember this. Just write this down here. So we got something. Yep, definitely one more scenario today, and I think we'll actually just go ahead and do this one. Kind of, why not? So 93. All right. So we have to pay 20 collective gold. The Mindthief will pay 14, because again, the Mindthief doesn't care about gold. Yeah, and then the Cragheart can pay 6. We just got our enhancement, so that works out well. At this point, I do want to save for the Diviner's enhancement at this point. So we pay 20 gold between the two of them, and we unlock scenario number 93, the Sunken Vessel. And that will actually be what we do next. Just going to take a very quick snack break, just go eat a nectarine and refill my water and stuff like that. So we won't be gone for very long, and then we'll come back and do scenario 93 in, I would say, under 5 minutes. So I will just be right back. Yep, let's cut the recording.